Test? No! Son of a bitch. Not working. Okay. I'm testing stuff. I can't find my mic. Is it bad quality? Is it bad quality? I'll just lower it a little bit. Because it's not finding my old mic. It's not finding my old mic.
Just took a bit. There we go. There we go. Hello. Is this a lot better? I had to go back to my old stuff. Because I don't know what's up with my other mic. But anyway. You can hear me, right? Much better? Okay, good. Thank you. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you all? Hello. Yeah. Sorry, she wanted attention. How was everyone? How was everyone? Hopefully your day has been going well. And yeah, you've had a really good Tuesday. Really good Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Oh my god, isn't it? Tuesday, isn't it? It has, I don't know, it has been an okay day for me, I think. I had I have food here. It took a bit, but the reason why it took a bit was not because the restaurant sucked. Is because I was very interested in completing my document that I have made today, to talk about a story that I want to talk about, or rather, I want to recount, I suppose. Recently, I finished a game called the Painscreeks Killings, and I'm so sorry if you're listening to this this story a second time. Oh lord, you made a document for it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is a 7-page document, baby. It is a 7-page document. Summarize it, but listen, I'm glad that I did a 7-page thing so I have a guide, because, you know, I am the queen of exposition. I can go on and on and on about things, but having a guide, I can stick with the program. You know what I mean? But I do want to be able to do this with my friend, Shami. I was actually going to tell Shami the story by myself, just like off stream, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to tell her here. It's going to be our own C&C without the extra C. It'll be crimes and crimes. I think the people who were there that when I told this story was Nezu and Const, though I'm not sure if Const was paying attention, but I know Nezu was. I also told KB, when she said he was like, that was a crazy story. But yeah, I wanted to share the story with you because I just finished the game, Painscreeks Killings, which is a pretty good game. I would definitely say it is definitely very nice, very good. I'll tell you more about the game a little bit, but let's see. Oh, there she is. There's Shami. Here we go. We're hopping in. We're hopping in. Get your good Fluffles unite.
Hello.
Hello. How is
I'm
Shami?
very excited for this story. I'm alright. I have some hocho and a little chocolate, and yeah, I'm good.
How's Shami's volume, everyone? Is she okay? She's good? She good?
Or you weren't asking how I was, you were asking about my volume.
No, I was asking how you were. I was like,
okay. How's Shami? Oh, no, I mean, like, how does she sound? Shut up, Shami.
I mean, if it was gonna be that, then I would ask you later, afterwards, how are you, Shami? That would be the next question. Goddamn Hojo. I know!
Yeah.
The damn high school friend.
I hoed it myself.
Okay, so, before we get into this conversation, I actually I don't want to forget. I actually want to talk about because I told you we did our quote of the day, or question of the day, sorry. The question was, what is the fanciest, strangest, or worst restaurant you've ever eaten at? I don't remember worst, because I usually try to block that stuff out of my mind. But I will say the fanciest and strangest. I don't know if I told the story on stream yet, okay? But when I think I've told this story where I was visiting a friend in West Virginia.
Oh yes,
Remember that
yes,
one? Okay.
yes. West Virginia.
He had told me bring a really nice like evening gown, like a dress. And I said, okay. He was like, we're gonna go to a really nice restaurant at some point. And the attire is to look very nice. Like, you have to look really nice for it. Like a fancy restaurant. And I'm like, sounds good, I can do it. So I did. Denny's Niagara Falls. Honestly, Denny's was terrible. What the
That would be our worst. That would be our worst, definitely. I thought about that.
IHOP Niagara Falls was just as bad, I'm sure. It was so bad. But so he told me, get ready for this really fancy party, or this really fancy restaurant. Hi Erie, hello. Erie and
Hello.
Erie and Ellie. Erie and Ellie, hello. Dropped in to say hi. Got to study? No problem. You can keep me on in the background if you'd like, if I don't distract you. If I do, then
We'll be studying eventually too.
yeah, we're also going to be studying. I forgot to do my greetings. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Hi to Shadow. Shami's already here. Hello.
Hi.
Wump, Sacha, Ducky, Frito. Yeah, and then Bree, Ellie, and Erie. Okay. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you. So I get ready for this fancy restaurant, and it's literally, I don't know where. Okay, so West Virginia is kind of close to Virginia and Maryland, I think, but I think I'm correct. If I'm incorrect, I'm so sorry. I don't know geography because I'm a stupid American. And it was either in the like deep woods of West Virginia or the deep woods of Virginia.
The deep woods. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because we started driving on a road that wasn't even a road to get to this. I'm not even joking. Like a super fancy restaurant that had like Roman pillars. I'm not even joking.
It was in like on a dirt road.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Like an unpaved road. And we would have to like drive between trees in order to get there.
It sounds kind of Twilight Zone-y. That's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird because you would see all this forest and then just suddenly it's a very like parking lot, like a really nice parking lot with valet, and then like the restaurant just lit up. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is like a restaurant in the middle of the woods. Not even joking.
It had valet.
Yeah, it had valet.
That's so funny.
Hi Sam, hello. Welcome home. The Falls attracts bad restaurants apparently. Not surprised.
It is a tourist trap.
It's a tourist trap, yeah, for
especially the Canada side, especially.
So I go in there and I'm telling you, I had the best lamb that I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
I actually talked about this. So Nezu and myself and Const, we were talking about this, I think either yesterday or the other. Hi Pengo, how are you? It sounds like a horror story to me, mate. I know. I had the best lamb and like the best mashed potatoes I've ever had. I was talking to Nezu and Const, I think yesterday, and literally, thank you for the shout outs. You're amazing. You're doing great. You're doing great.
No problem.
And Const was like, I don't understand how people can spend like large sums of money in food, because I've been always like, I can eat fucking garbage and I'd be fine. He's like, it literally goes into you and then comes out. Like, what's the point? Like, it doesn't last at all. And I'm like, it's literally the experience. Like,
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's the experience with food. And that is an experience I will never forget. Clearly, I don't even remember what it tastes like anymore. But I can tell you that it was the best, like, lamb that I've had, the best mashed potatoes, everything. Like, the best food I've ever had. And I didn't have a lot either. Like, yeah, it was like, fine dining. It's fine dining, like, portions.
Right, they serve you like tiny little...
Yeah, but it was so good that even after months of eating it, I still was like raving. I was still like on cloud 9 thinking about it.
I mean, don't underestimate a foodie's ability to spend money on food. It's so real. Like, cause I feel exactly the same. I would splurge on a good meal, especially if it was like memorable for months afterwards. Like, that'd be so worth it.
For months, it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Dude, I would love to get nice quality food. I love to cook, so I would love to get high quality. Same. I actually, if there's anything, I will go for high quality ingredients. If I'm making something special, right? Literally, my dream is to be well off enough to go to a nice restaurant once per week and have a really nice restaurant like that at least once a month.
Totally.
Food and food experience. Yeah, like food experiences are so good. I think for KB&I, we don't want to be irresponsible with it. So we go out if there's anything. We might go out for food maybe once a week. If we want to go somewhere really, really nice, maybe once a month. And even then, it's just like, then we're not going out next month. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, we probably order out, like, eat out at all, not even talking fancy, like, max once a week just because it's so expensive. Like, even fast food these days is so expensive.
Max. We can't go in it. It's so expensive, right? It is a literal luxury. It is a privilege to do so for a lot of people.
This weekend, though, we are going to K Barbecue for Bree's birthday, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, yeah.
So. Yeah.
I don't remember where we're going for my birthday. I think we might be going, I don't know. I'm going to ask him for a steakhouse. I don't know. I'm going to go.
Take me to a steakhouse. I don't give a fuck. Just drive me there.
K Barbecue slaps. I know. It's so good. It's so good. Takumi, I might actually end up making some Japanese curry rice next week and then pair it with rice. Well, Japanese curry. Sorry, I read Japanese curry rice because my mind automatically just like,
yeah.
You know, I just automatically pair it. I'm sorry, Takumi. High quality sushi, my absolute guilty pleasure. I know, yeah. What's everybody's favorite piece of sushi? I think otoro is my favorite. That's fatty tuna. It's just so buttery and delicious. I can probably eat like so many pieces, but ugh.
I think I'm just a basic bitch and I like salmon the most. Salmon's my favorite.
Salmon? I mean that's pretty it's pretty solid. That's still a pretty solid choice.
Like our local sushi place has salmon rose, and it's like it's like salmon like shaped in a rose with rice in the middle, and then it has like a roe on top with like what is that Japanese mayo called? QB mayo. It's so fucking good. Yeah, oh, it's so good.
My favorite is otoro. Yeah, mine is otoro as well. It's just it's expensive, but fuck, there's no. Torch salmon is good. Mackerel sushi is pretty good. I don't like roe, surprisingly too pungent. I see. I can see roe definitely being acquired, especially when it comes
controversial. Roe's controversial.
Especially in terms of like texture, I can definitely see that. Right?
Yeah.
Unagi, tataki. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Salmon nigiri sushi. Yeah, butterfish. I said one. Erie is listing literally 5. Butterfish, bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna is good. Spicy salmon, butterfish for sure. Okay, butterfish for sure. So that's number 1 regardless. I don't remember this, but I don't remember anything. Listen, that's a great reason. When I'm not rolling in money, I love yellowtail on salmon. Yeah, I like yellowtail. Honestly, I know mackerel is not considered super popular, but mackerel is actually quite good too. IMO. So we can go then? Just say yes, Wumpkin. Just say yes. Wump, just say yes. Listen, I love my sushi. Yeah, I think everybody, unless you don't like sushi here, obviously, but most people who do like sushi, I feel like it's either you don't like it or you just love it.
No, that's so true. I've never heard anybody like sushi's okay.
Yeah, you're either like, oh my god, let's go for sushi right now, or you're just like, I'm not a fan.
I like tuna too. Tuna's nice.
Tuna's great. Yeah, tuna is very nice, especially if it's. Oh man, I
like the mild fish. Yeah.
It tastes so much like the real thing, so that's how I get used to the texture of salmon roe. I see. The pop and cook and sushi. I know what you're talking about. I've seen the kits around. There's a really good spot at the mall, really high quality for its price. Really, there is a very high quality sushi restaurant near QBJun that I want to bring Shami and Brie to when they're supposed to come, but then Air Canada, they cut the trip short, unfortunately. So there's a place there's a place that does tempura crab stick that are really okay. I don't understand the California roll with the cream cheese. There was actually a sushi chef that explained why they went with cream cheese, and just in general, like westernized sushi in general, like Philadelphia rolls, and as a white person, I love that shit. I love tempura. I love the California roll. I'm just gonna say it, okay? I love that shit. It's the reason why, and it's a similar thing with like Chinese food too, right? American Chinese food is so it was more it was going to be more palatable to the Western taste, and so instead of let's say I don't know, roe or something else that they decide to put in that's naturally very Japanese, they went with something that everybody kind of knows in the Western world, cream cheese, avocado, like those are comforting in the way, familiar, you could say. Also the creamy texture too, it has a nice like mouthfeel to it. In my defense, I do like other legitimate you could say Japanese things, okay? Yeah, I mean, you just talked about roe, and you're like, I like roe. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Japanese dim sum can be good. Yes. Northern Chinese cuisine fucking it does. It's really, really good, especially if you're like really like spicy food. Northern China, they don't play around. The dim sum we had in Vegas was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was not bad. Yeah. Except they messed up our bill, but green onion pancake I've made before. I actually have green onion oil back at Katie's place that I made myself. It's really easy to make, to be honest, and you can tell the difference between normal oil and green onion oil. It just has a slight different taste to it. So good. Don't ask me why I got Japanese curry. It's been long enough. I literally had Japanese curry last week. I had it last week. It was so good. I had it over rice, and it was tofu curry because I didn't have any meats on me, or at least I shouldn't say that. I had meat on me in the it was in the freezer though, so I would have to wait in order for me to make my curry. I'm not gonna wait, okay? So I decided to use tofu. Now I'm craving. So talking about food so much, I'm so sorry. I might learn it so I can make it. It's super simple. It's super simple. So easy, honestly. IMO. But yeah, enough about food. Oh my god. Welcome everybody who has come in. Crap, I did hydrate. I have a Hokkaido milk tea right here. It's so good. And posture check and stretch. I can stretch, but honestly, I'm just leaning back in my chair, which is great for my posture. Maybe I'll get a small packet of kimchi at the mart when I go to school. That sounds great. Oh my god, kimchi you can put in everything and just spice it up, honestly. Kimchi's another one of those things, you either love it or you hate it. I agree. Though there is something in me that is like, how can you hate kimchi regardless? I know, literally. Like, roe, sure. Kimchi, what's wrong with you? Yeah. I just like it plain. Kimchi? Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely part of the group that literally comes over and just been like, can I just have a little bit of kimchi? That's it. Nothing else. Don't give me rice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Salary, hi Salary. Hi Salary. Say all, how are you? Hi Salary. Can I have
And
Shadow for
Shadow.
salary? Please.
Of course.
And Shadow too. Shadow and salary both need shoutouts, please. Sacha was asking where Szechuan is, and I'm suddenly so proud of myself for remembering my geography lessons from a university Chinese history course. We're proud of you, Ducky. We're proud of you. How are you, Salary? I'm about to tell a really big story if you want to hear it. Soon. We're talking about food right now, though. We're talking about food. Horizon Forbidden. Oh, that's right. I did see you playing that. Was that yesterday or today? I actually don't remember. All the days are blending together. They remind me of a stupid Hatsune Miku thing named Kimchi TV. I've never heard of that.
Interesting.
Thanks for that. So, just got my food. Nice. Comfort food. I love the fuck out of kimchi.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be my first body pillow. Just cheap body pillow.
I'd buy it.
Honestly, yeah. I would 100% buy like a food-based body pillow versus any fucking anime boy, anime girl, okay? Because TBH, you can fall out of love with an anime boy and girl. There can be the next best thing, right? But there ain't gonna be nothing that's like kimchi. I'm sorry.
Kimchi's forever.
I'm sorry. My comfort food has got to be ramen. Ooh, I don't know, because there's two types of comfort food for me. The first type of comfort food is it's the type of comfort food where it reminds you of home or reminds you of childhood. To me, that's also considered comfort food. The other type of comfort food is just like when you're down, this makes you happier. Because childhood comfort foods may not make me happier. It just makes me nostalgic, you know? I don't know if you feel the same way.
Pretty much all comfort food for me is just like it makes me feel better. There aren't a ton of like, well, there's some, but there aren't a ton of like old family recipes, I would say. Like they achieve that same thing where they just make me feel like warm and like inside when I eat it.
Okay, yeah. Not to make the waterworks come around, but like one of my comfort foods that make me nostalgic is my dad's mapo tofu. Because I've had it for so long throughout my childhood, but like I've never had mapo tofu like that ever. It's always very distinct, right? So like I've thought about this multiple times and I'm just like, my dad is getting old, okay? Like people die, sorry, like they pass away, you know? And my dad, when he does pass, like what am I gonna do? I'm never gonna have mapo tofu like his ever again. And so
that kind of happened with my grandma. Like my grandma passed, and she made all this really nice food. Like she was definitely the chef of the family. Like she made like a lot of like Scottish food, like Scotch eggs and meat pie and stuff like that. And it's like you say, like it just nobody else can recreate what she did. Yeah,
it's just
get the recipe from him if you haven't. Like,
I know. Like that's the thing is, even if I recreate it, it's still never gonna be the same. It'll never be the same ever. You know. But that's why I'm just like, I just got to take advantage of it as much as I can. You know, much as I can. So
potato chips from scratch. That's hardcore.
Yeah, that is hardcore. But that's delicious though.
Yeah.
Poutine is good. Whoa, Shadow, are you fucking Brie right now?
That's very Brie coded of you. Even the period, the perfectly typed like.
Yeah, even Brie literally said poutine is a comfort food. Dot. Shadow, poutine is good. Dot.
I've never seen Shadow and Brie in the same room before. Just say.
Now, would it be just a pillow covered in kimchi or a sexy pinup of kimchi on the body pillow? Why not both? You know how body pillows are dual-sided?
An anime girl with like kimchi placed strategically?
Yeah.
Like a kimchi bikini?
Not even an anime girl. For her face, she'll be... Okay, so one side will be... You know when you take a a close-up shot of kimchi, and you see everything. It's like high quality. That'll be
like
one
listening.
side. Yeah, it'll be one side, and the other side will be an anime girl with her kimchi titties out.
I'm
It'll have
listening.
kimchi like covering her titties and her bottom parts.
Right.
And instead of her face having an actual face, it'll just be the same picture of the high quality kimchi, just as her face. That's
Or
it.
like the label of the container is her face, and then she has like kimchi hair.
Oh, you're so right. I'm thinking too small. I know. You gotta think. You got a big brain. Okay. I would love to try a Scotch egg after learning about it from you in Discord a ways back. From me?
Oh yeah, no,
Ooh.
I remember now. I was talking about Scotch eggs in Discord,
I
and
was
people were like, "What's a Scotch egg?" I remember that,
bro.
bro.
After, okay, that's it. When we go and visit Ducky in Wump and Sacha, you realize what we're gonna have, right? We're gonna have some Scotch eggs.
I don't know, like, I guess I'd have to try to make them, or get Brie to make them.
We'll
Yeah,
be-
from
we'll
Shami,
be
it's a quote of the day
cooking
thing. Oh yeah, because I think it was a similar, like, what do you consider comfort food, or like, what's a family recipe? I think it was like a similar question.
some- That's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, I've only had it once and it left an impression. What can I say? It left an impression to say poutine is good. Period. And to
Maybe
my
it's the
mom,
poutine.
mom is gonna be mad. I'm having chips in the morning. I'm your mom's mom. She complains you tell her to talk to me. That's fair.
It's
That
grandma
sounds-
energy.
Honestly, that sounds like something you would say. So, oh, exactly. Yeah, from Shami was a quote. Okay. All right. But anyway, shall we talk about our story today? Hopefully
would
you guys
love
are
to hear
excited.
it.
You guys want to get comfy, grab a drink, grab some snacks, because I have pages that I write. Oh my god, I think I wrote 7.5 pages of a story. This is my entire review of Painscreeks killings.
Love it. Pancake Creek killings.
Pancakes Creek killings. Grabbing snack? Go for it. So I'd like to tell you, there are 2 trigger warnings for this particular story. I feel like everybody here has been in CNC. Everybody's fine with murder, right? Like hearing murder.
Other than the Sangri case, that was too much for people, but everything else is fun.
There's no sexual assault involved. There's no SA.
Yes.
There's no, R word, nothing like that. There is a part about unliving yourself. However, I do have a part where I'll put this on screen right here. I'll put this here. When that part, it's literally less than a paragraph, like really, really small. Okay. And then when I'm done with that section, I'll just remove it. Okay. So you can listen to 90% of the story. I will just give you a warning when it comes up. Okay. So I'll give you a couple seconds to mute, and then when it comes off, then I'll give you a seconds to be here, and then I'll continue the story. But I'm gonna let Yuri grab her snack. What kind of snack do you have? What snack? Did you have dinner yet?
I did have dinner, yeah.
What'd you have?
We had more chili and garlic bread.
That sounds good. Was it
Yeah.
homemade chili?
Yeah, Brie made it.
What
Brie
do you
wouldn't
like-
let us have, like, canned chili.
What would you like? What kind of stuff do you put in your chili, Ray?
He makes it very beany. Then there's, like, some meat in it. Now I have, like, a chocolate and gingerbread hot chocolate.
That sounds so good, by the way. We're getting
Yeah.
Greek dinner order because I still failed to order groceries. I was supposed to go to the grocery store yesterday. for KB. I did not. I did not go to the grocery store.
Greek food is great. Greek food is so good.
Greek food is peak, as Nezu would say. It's peak.
real,
actual peak.
Anytime I have a factory meal now, I think of Nezu's reviews, or like how he'd like post the unmade thing, and then 5 minutes later, like his cleaned out empty container. Like, guys, this one was great. I loved it. It was so funny.
It's always above 8. Like,
I know. He loves them. He loves.
TBH,
they are pretty
though?
good. To be fair, they are pretty good.
Okay, so I was watching Nezu pick his factor meals.
Oh, really?
And the keto section is so good.
Yeah.
It's actually so good. It looks amazing, actually. Next time.
You didn't hear it from me, but there's a Lunar New Year sale on Steam happening. That's all. I'll continue.
Alright. I've waited long enough, Erie, for you to grab your snack. Are you here or not?
Did she go to her grandmother and ask her to make chips for her?
Yeah. Straight to Grammy. Alright. We're gonna get started because she went miles to get that snack. I know.
Yeah, damn.
Okay. So we're gonna start because we need some time for Japanese, so we can't stay for too long.
Like last time.
Yeah, and I got 7.5 pages to read, so I gotta start sometime. Alright. Alright, so Alright, so let's start with who you are in the game. So, when you play this game, you're basically like an investigative reporter whose job this time is to kind of look into the death of this businesswoman. And she was also a philanthropist named Vivian Roberts, who used to live but was murdered in this place called Painscreeks. And Painscreeks is kind of like a little town in a forested part of Nevada. And I don't know if Nevada has any forests, because honestly, the only place I've been in Nevada is surrounded by desert, but I don't know. Let's just say in this universe.
I think, like, the very northern part of it does.
Really?
Real? Don't quote me on... No, not real. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Northern Nevada, according to Shami. But yeah, it's in the forest. You know, it's kind of in the forest part of Nevada. And this small town, is basically gonna get demolished and then sold off because there were these kind of killings happening there, and people were getting scared and literally booking it from Painscreeks because they don't know what's going on or who's gonna be next, right? So the police or the sheriff's department, whichever, I don't know, small towns are weird, are incredibly underfunded at this point, and they were going to be absorbed into a much larger department, or police department in a different town. And so the town is like pretty much putting everything behind it. And Vivian's death included was going to be essentially unsolved, and everyone wanted to forget what went on. But you're coming in and you're trying to figure out what the heck happened to this woman, because, you know, this place is going to be demolished. All the clues are going to be gone, like all the notes, everything. You're going to try to figure out what's going on before everything is gone. So the gameplay for this game kind of works as like a walking simulator of sorts, where you go to different places around town. You read notes, you pick up keys or like other major items to use in different areas. A lot of it is reading into context clues and solving puzzles. I don't know if you noticed, but I like solving puzzles off stream. I puzzle solve. If you haven't read my fucking thing on Final Fantasy raids in my Discord, I puzzle solve. I like using my noggin. You know, and for some, I understand that can be a little boring, right? But when you really get into the story, it's rather crazy and really good. Especially as you kind of uncover different pieces of the story with each note and each piece of evidence. So, for the story, okay. So the story starts in 1970. Vivian, who, like I said, mentioned before, really successful businesswoman, philanthropist, made herself, essentially. She moves into Painscreek, and she meets a guy named Charles, who is also kind of well off and owns a mansion with servants, a gardener, and whole shebang, you know? Rich guy, you know? In Painscreek. He's basically one of those families that come from old money. Like, they just have a lot of money. So Vivian and Charles get married, as boomers do back in the day. They're looking to have children.
Disgusting.
Within the first couple of... I know, right? For you, you're like, having children? So they're looking to have children within the first couple of years of their marriage. But in the meantime, Vivian kind of falls in love with Painscreek, even though she just moved there. She finds it really charming, really quaint. A lot of people are nice there. And she starts up a charity organization called the Roberts Medical Relief Fund, which comes from her last name, her new last name, that funds the local hospital with medical supplies, all under the relief's dime. So they basically provide medical supplies. The hospital, I don't remember what it's called. Let's just call it Painscreek Hospital, okay? Painscreek Hospital is operated by this guy named Henry. And Henry, obviously, he's really grateful for Vivian's contribution. So Vivian is doing her girl boss thing, you know, loving work, loving life, and everything, but it keeps her busy. And this makes her husband, Charles, who's at home, start to get a little lonely. I mean, Vivian had time for him before, but now all her time is taken up by being so busy, being a businesswoman, being a philanthropist. Like, she's everywhere. But what's Charles gonna do, right? He doesn't want to rain on her parade. She's doing a great job. She's girl bossing, so he keeps it shut up and tries to take advantage of the time he is able to have with her, the small amount of time. So a couple years pass, and Vivian gets pregnant. She gets pregnant with her first child. She has some major complications during the pregnancy, though, like mood changes, physical body changes during the pregnancy, and the Roberts mansion is kind of finding themselves a little shorthanded. So the church nearby, it's called Trinity Painscreek Church, has two priests. They have Father Calvin. He's the head priest. He's older. He's kind of an old guy. And then there's Father Matthew, who's kind of like I don't know if this is the way that they call it, but he's kind of like a lesser priest. Basically, he's under the tutelage of Father Calvin. And Father Calvin is a priest that's more anchored, so he kind of stays at the church in Painscreek. But Father Matthew tends to travel around a little bit more because he goes on like missionary trips and to and from different churches in the area. But this time he's home at Painscreek, and he heard about the issue that the Roberts mansion being shorthanded. So he ends up recommending his cousin Sophia. And so Sophia, really pretty, really like great personality girl. She's, you know, young, but not like super young. Maybe like in her 20s, maybe mid 30s, whatever. She's not super old or anything. But Sophia, let's make it clear, Sophia is not Matthew's cousin. Okay? He's just saying this so Sophia will have a good reference. Matthew and Sophia actually grew up in an orphanage together. And they haven't seen each other in a while. And so Matthew was like, hey, I want to get to know her again because we were such good friends back in the orphanage. So Sophia moves. Yeah, so Sophia moves back to Painscreek and they start catching up, right? And Sophia starts working, which, by the way, 90% of the people in the mansion pretty much love her because she's pretty, she's, you know, personality is amazing. The only ones who don't like her are the jealous bitches out there, okay? Like
the haters.
I know, she's got haters. But Matthew realizes after a while, after hanging out with her a bit, he's like, oh geez, I think I might be in love with this girl, right? And in the 70s, I guess if you love someone even a little bit, you just, I don't know, ask them out or something.
That's crazy. You don't just like sit there and like
not like, okay, let me not say ask out. I think the proper term is he just straight up proposed to her.
Ah.
Okay.
That's a step up, yeah.
He was just like, hey, I really like you. I have feelings for you because all these guys in the mansion and around town, they like you, so I gotta snatch you up before anyone else does. So before he goes to his next missionary trip, which is in Indonesia, he proposes to her. And he's like, I want to marry you. And from the clues and stuff, I get the general consensus that she didn't give him a no, but it wasn't really a yes. Maybe she was more like, hey, let's like wait until you come back from your trip, and then we'll talk about it, right? So
She wasn't sure.
Yeah, she wasn't sure. She was like, give me some time. And so he's like, okay, let's table it, and we'll come back to it later. Sorry, I'm getting... Sorry, I'm getting spam called by QB Mom, or Mommy QB right now. She is literally spam calling me. She is literally telling me that there are snacks outside of my door. Dried mango. Like, okay, I will get it later. But she's spam calling me like 5 times.
That's funny.
I keep like having to silence her call. But anyway, so Matthew leaves on his trip to Indonesia, and Sophia is like, okay, let's talk about it later. Let's go back to Vivian and Charles. So Vivian, after her full term, ends up having a baby girl, and Charles and Vivian name her Trisha. But even post-birth, she ends up having complications physically and mentally. And she's told by Henry that she really, really shouldn't have a baby again because her body won't be able to handle it. And nor will she mentally be able to handle it either. Just because of the hormones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the mental pressure is so heavy that Henry also recommended that Charles give Vivian a lot of space because she needed time to mentally calm down these hormones and all the mental kinks or whatever was happening because of the pregnancy and post-pregnancy. I don't know if this is correct in reality, but listen, you're gonna find out that Henry ain't that great of a doctor to begin with. Like, let's just say the moment that Vivian started giving money to the hospital using the relief fund, Henry was kind of like starting to embezzle money to an offshore account. Just saying, by the way, just saying. Not really relevant right now, but let's just keep that in the back of your mind about the character of Mr. Henry here, okay? So Charles keeps his distance as instructed, but like I said, the man was already lonely. Now he's super lonely. Like, he has emotional needs, he has sexual needs, and he's kind of keeping away from his wife, and he doesn't want to impose on her because of medical complications, and he just wants to be a good husband by abiding to those suggestions by Dr. Henry. So he's just sad and lonely and wants to be with his wife. But on top of that, Charles's mom, Vivian's mother-in-law, starts to become a problem. Okay? So you see, she's really old school. Vivian's mother-in-law. She was born in the 1920s, where bloodline males are considered heirs of the family. And Trisha, she's a female. So in her eyes, she's not even an heir. Hi, Epsilon. How are you? Welcome. Doing well. I think you're doing well. How are you? How are you, Epsilon? I have Shami here. How are you doing, Shami?
Hi. I'm alright. I'm listening.
we're telling story time. We're doing story time. So in her eyes, in the mother-in-law's eyes, Trisha is not an heir. Mother-in-law, by the way, her name is Magdalene. Let's just call her Maggie for short. She starts pressuring Vivian and Charles, hey, we need a son. We need a son. Our family needs an heir. You know, there's no point in having a kid if it's a girl. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But Vivian internally is like, I'm not going back to that hell again. Which she shouldn't, IMO, so she shuts it out. Bro, I'm gonna start my stream. I'm gonna check out my VOD. Oh, no worries. Have fun streaming. Have a good stream, okay?
Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Check out VOD. So she shuts out the idea that she's gonna have a baby. I went to get food. But Charles, like I said, he's lonely for company, right? He's looking for something, or he's looking for something. He's looking for someone. So who does he find? He finds super nice, super pretty Sophia. And so he ends up cheating on Vivian multiple times. And Sophia ends up getting pregnant. And at first, there's some panic about her getting pregnant. But then they find out, oh wait, she's pregnant with a boy. And
shit.
Yeah, and not only that, Charles starts to kind of fall in love with Sophia. Like, she gives him a lot of attention and love that he was lacking before with Vivian. But he knows that Vivian, if she finds out, she's gonna be mad. Right? So he ends up renting out an apartment in Painscreeks, or like this, I don't know if it's a small house or whatever, for Sophia to stay in. And she has Dorothy, who's a nanny for Trisha, to kind of come and check up on her and care for her when she's got the time. Dorothy and Sophia, Dorothy didn't like her at first when she first started working at the mansion, but then Dorothy kind of saw how genuine Sophia was, and she started seeing Sophia almost like her own daughter. She was like, oh, I really like her a lot. So she had no problem with going ahead and taking care of Sophia. But as you know, because Sophia's there in the apartment, she disappears from the mansion. She disappears, and not a lot of other people know what happened or where she went. At least the people who are working in the mansion. They don't know what's going on because they kept it hush-hush, right? So Sophia ends up having the baby, and it's a boy, like I said. And Charles names him Vincent. And between Sophia and Charles, they're super happy about it. But Dorothy, you know, she loves Sophia, but she's religious too. So Dorothy feels so bad about this whole thing, she ends up sending a letter. Not to Vivian, okay, because that would be way too messy. She ends up sending it to Maggie and is like, please get your son. She's like, please get your son. And then Maggie sends back a letter and is like, Charles, what the fuck are you doing? Are you a dumbass? like Sophia is a maid, so she's not even able to be in our family. Yeah, she's classes too, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Fucking lady from the 1920s. What else is a surprise? But the only good thing that came out of this is that there's a boy. So what you have to do, Charles, is pay off Sophia a good sum of money, and we keep the boy in the family as the heir. Charles doesn't want to do this. His plan is he wants to allocate money out of his own pocket to keep Sophia and Vincent as a side family, I guess, in Painscreeks.
That's messy.
Yeah, for him to kind of see sometimes, you know? And Maggie at the end is like, no. By the way, I'm coming over there in about 2 weeks to figure this shit out with you. It ends the letter that way. So she's coming in 2 weeks. But I don't know what happened, but it kind of got out that Sophia had Vincent, and Vincent is Charles's, okay? Maybe it was the fucking nursemaid. I don't know who the fuck decided to say something, but they did. Vivian knows this, and she gets mad. Like, I mean, rightfully so, right? Her man's just fucked a maid, and then on top of that, she had a baby, and they're hiding from her. her. So like,
Right.
she's mad. So she basically, I don't know, lets that anger out for a second, and then she tells Sophia. I don't know if she tells somebody else to tell her or tells her herself, but she says, "Hey, so let's meet at this well in the garden of the mansion, so we can kind of hash things out. I want to see the baby. I'm sure he's so cute. Like, I'm not mad. I'm like, we'll figure things out. We're at this point, we're family." Which, I mean, guys, if you're in the situation, please bring like a friend or something, like, or be like, let's do this in a group chat, or like send me pictures or something. Like,
Yeah.
I'll send you pictures. Do not meet up with this crazy bitch, especially if you know that. I mean, Vivian, at this point, you know that she's mentally unstable, right? Don't do a Sophia, okay? You guys, don't do a Sophia. Sophia, unfortunately, meets up with Vivian, only to see that Vivian had brought an extra person. Her bestie, Dr. Henry.
Oh, the plot thickens.
At the same time, I just want to mention that 2 other people are seeing this whole thing, right? The gardener, Andrew, his name is Andrew, and a 5-year-old little boy, his name is Derek Tyler. The Tylers, by the way, his entire line of family has always kind of worked for the Roberts family. So, you know, he was peeping from the windows of his second story little room while this was happening. So eventually they all start arguing because Vivian wasn't here to hash it out with Sophia. We know this, right? She was angry. She wanted to take it out. And she basically just wanted to fight, honestly, I feel like. And they all start arguing. Andrew, who doesn't know about all of this, he hears this arguing and comes running over, trying to break things up. And Vivian shoves postpartum Sophia. Sophia trips, she falls, and she basically cracks her head open on the corner of the well. And Henry checks on her. At the very fucking least, he can check a pulse, thank God. And finds out that she died. She Hey, Fact Man, how are you? Hello.
Hi, Fact Man.
So Vivian, what does she do? She tells Andrew, pick up the body and throw it into this well. We're locking the garden up for good, and no one will ever know. We're literally throwing away the garden key. Andrew really, really reluctantly does this. He's being pressured by both people, doesn't know what to do, so he just does it, and he feels an immense amount of guilt from it. The baby is still there, though. Vincent is still there at this scene. He's literally a literal baby, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go. I don't know what I walked in. Oh, it's a story. It's a story. It's a story
Not real.
It's not real. It's not real. It's basically the story of a game that I played that is an indie game, so it's not very popular. However, and it's like a 6-hour walking simulator, so I feel like not many people will end up enjoying a game like this, but I did, and I thought the fucking story was phenomenal, so I wanted to show it or talk about it. So Vivian picks up this baby and goes to the church where she goes to Father Calvin, and she tells the entire story from start to finish. And Father Calvin goes, okay, no problem. We'll keep this a secret. I'll put this baby into the adoption system. I'll put him in the orphanage so he'll be in good hands. We'll screen like all parents as we usually do. He'll be in good hands. Takes baby Vincent, renames him as Scott, and puts him in the orphanage. Meanwhile, Father Matthew sends Sophia a telegraph saying that he's going to spend another 6 months in Indonesia, but he still has feelings for her and wants to marry her still. Not knowing, Sophia's already dead. She's dead and she had a baby, in fact. He has no idea what's going on. So, Maggie, you remember she was supposed to come in 2 weeks? You remember Maggie? The mother-in-law? She comes over and she's like, where's the baby boy? Where's the heir to the Roberts family? And the only thing Charles can say is that Sophia must have taken the baby and ran or something. She's gone. She's gone. And he's, at this point, he's sad and heartbroken. He's like, I never should have done this. I never should have cheated. This is what I get. He's feeling sorry for himself. And he lets it go. He lets the idea that Sophia is gone go. But Maggie does not. Because she doesn't believe for a fucking second that Sophia would have left. Because think about it. Charles was ready to give Sophia money and let her live in that house or wherever, as long as Charles could go and see them. There's no way in hell that Sophia would leave. So Maggie does some sleuthing. She starts investigating into exactly what happened to Sophia. And she starts asking some real interesting questions around the mansion and outside of the mansion. And that gets Vivian's attention. So Vivian goes to her backstabbing, well, she doesn't know this yet, but backstabbing bestie, Dr. Henry, and is like, we gotta get rid of Maggie. So they cook up a plan. Dr. Henry is a doctor and Maggie is an old lady. And as we old ladies get old, our bodies start acting up. And for Maggie, she had a heart condition, which made her take medication every day. So Dr. Henry triples her dose of medication, and bang, Maggie dies from a heart attack, whooshes her straight into the morgue. Yeah, she's dead. She's just dead. He just kills her.
Oh my god.
He does a half-ass autopsy. Bing, bang, boom, she's in the ground. That's it. Like, that's the end of Maggie. She never ended up getting her full investigation done. So all loose ends tied up, I guess. You know, no one's gonna say anything. So everyone goes back to what they were doing, except for two things. Number one, Andrew picks up drinking really heavily because he feels like he's being haunted by Sophia and his involvement in the whole murder. And then Father Matthew also comes back from his trip from Indonesia. And he's, of course, like, hello? Where's Sophia? And Father Calvin tells him the whole story, except for one thing. He changes the story a little. He didn't say that Sophia died. He said that Vivian ran her out of Painscreeks. So who knows where she is now? But she left behind a baby. Father Calvin, knowing how much that Matthew cared about Sophia, was like, why don't you go ahead and adopt the baby? Like, I'm sure there's no one else that Sophia would trust to do that but you. Like, if there's anyone she would trust, it'd be you. So Father Matthew does. He takes the baby and he settles down in another church in a different town. Few years go by, and unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how like much you think Father Calvin was a piece of shit, I don't know. I thought he was kind of sketchy. Father Calvin passes away, and Father Matthew, of course, being his student, is like, well, I have to like continue my teacher's lineage in a way. So he comes back to Painscreeks to be the main clergyman, I guess, of Trinity Church, and he brings along his son, Scott. Scott is told that he originally was from Painscreeks, actually, so he gets a little excited to know about his original hometown. However, when he gets put into the school system, kind of gets bullied because he's adopted or whatever. But eventually he gets to be pretty good friends with two other kids, Trisha and Derek. And Father Matthew does not know who they are in actuality. And, you know, eventually those kids grow up, they get to be teens, and then they're late teens, and then out of school, and they're eventually doing their thing as young adults. Scott's a really good handyman. He gets kind of odd jobs around Painscreeks to fix people's sinks and stuff. And then Derek, he's a personal chauffeur for Charles, who, which is continuing his whole generational working for the Roberts thing. And then Trisha is, I don't know, she's going for hobbies because she's a rich girl. She's got a lot of time on her hands. She can do whatever she wants, right? So here comes the interesting part, though. Trisha starts to get feelings for Scott. And the problem is it's mutual.
What shape is this love triangle at this point?
I don't know. Where's incest involved?
Yeah.
So Scott is kind of like hanging around the mansion a lot more and getting to hang out with Trisha, which makes him start to become better friends with kind of everyone around at the mansion, including Charles. And Charles, like, in his diary is like, whoa, look at this young man, Scott. He's like handsome, he's handy. Oh, let me take him out hunting. Oh man, he's a pretty good shot. He's nice to talk to. I think I approve of him going out with my daughter. In fact, I may even like him as my son-in-law.
What the hell?
So, like, Charles is ignorant of all of this. Okay, he does not know that Scott is actually Vincent, who is actually his son. Okay, he has no idea. I mean, it's been years, right? It has been years since he had Vincent, and I'm sure he thought Vincent was long gone with Sophia. Meanwhile, Matthew realizes what's going on with the thing at the mansion, and he tells Scott, you better stay away from Trisha. You guys can be friends, but there's nothing, you cannot be in a relationship with her. And of course, Scott starts to push, and he's like, why would I listen to you? You're not my actual dad. My parents didn't even want me. Then Matthew, at this point, may just be emotionally distraught or whatever, remembering this entire history, and he's like, no, you're wrong. Your parents did want you, and they did love you. Because he's thinking about Sophia, right? I know that at least your mother would have loved you. And that made Scott stop for a second. And he's like, okay, my dad is hiding something and he won't tell me. I think I have to investigate what's going on by myself. So on the other end, Vivian is telling Trish the exact same thing because Matthew met up with her and told her who Scott is and is like forbidding Trish to be with Scott. She's like, anyone, you can be with anyone but Scott. I don't care. You want to be with Derek? I don't care. You can be with whoever you want. And of course, she's being a young lady. She's being even a mature teen about it. She's like, why? Why do you hate Scott that much? And Vivian is tight-lipped, won't say anything about it, won't say why. She just doesn't want him around. So you remember how I told you that Scott was hanging around the mansion more? Well, it's not always a good thing, because if you remember Derek, he had feelings for Trisha for the longest time, actually. Mm-hmm. Realizes that he's taking away time that he usually has with Trisha. So Scott is taking away time. Who she doesn't even have feelings for Derek in the first place. She only thinks of him platonically. So he starts getting jealous and secretly hating Scott, while Scott doesn't even know. He thinks Derek is still good friends with him, and he has no idea this is happening. Second person he starts getting closer to is Andrew. And Andrew, like I said before, he starts taking drinking lately. He's taken up drinking and heavy drinking. So he shows up late, falling over, blah blah blah, and moreover, sometimes he just passes out at the mansion. So Scott, being the nice guy that he is, he picks him up and brings him back home. But while he's doing that, Andrew is always saying, "I'm sorry, Sophia. Sophia, I'm sorry. Sophia." And eventually, Scott just starts asking who Sophia is, because this happens a lot. And at first, no one says anything, but Dorothy, who, I don't know if you want to see her as a snitch or however you want to see her, but she was close to Sophia, and she didn't want her story to get buried. So she says to Scott, Sophia was a maid who used to work at the mansion. She had an affair with Charles, she got pregnant, had a baby named Vincent, and then she went away. She left Painscreeks, because that's as far as her story went. It's as far as she knew. So Scott ends up beginning to ask who Vincent is to people in the mansion. They're like, who? He's like, who's Vincent? Do you know who Vincent is? Who's Vincent? He even asks Trish, did you have a younger brother named Vincent? And she's like, no, I've never heard of this before. Some people know, some people don't, but there's one thing that they do have in common, is they have Vivian as their employer, and she gets to know the type of questions that Scott is asking. She ends up firing Scott from handyman and assistant gardener. Sorry, I forgot to add that part. He ended up becoming assistant gardener with Andrew, right? Because Charles liked him that much. He was like, have this job in addition to, I want to give you money. And then she runs him out of the mansion. Eventually, though, Andrew attempts suicide. I'm sorry. Unliving themselves. I'm sorry. But he was rescued. He was rescued by Scott. He was helped by Scott and was taken. He finally opened up to Scott because he was recovering, and he was like, hey, like you helped me, and I'm very appreciative of you. And he tells the whole story of what happens to Sophia. He also hands him a picture of Sophia and baby Vincent, who's wrapped up in a baby blanket. And he tells Scott, thank you for helping me. I'll never do this again. Like, you helped me so much, and you made me realize, like, how much more life I have in me and stuff like that. And so he recovers, and he shows Scott that he really, really wants to be here, right? So this is really important because something happens to him. He gives this picture of Sophia and baby Vincent, who's wrapped up in this baby blanket. And in that photo, it is dated with Scott's birthday and has the baby blanket that Scott had when he was a baby. And then Scott was like, hold up, wait. And he starts putting together the dots, and he's like, that's fucking me.
That's crazy. Oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah, and so then he realizes why everyone is telling him and Trish cannot be together. He realizes it. He's like, because they're fucking half siblings, they can't be together. He's not ready to have this conversation with Trish. This is a lot, right? This is a lot of stuff that's happening between Andrew, himself, everyone. So he kind of he can't handle it. He says, I'm going to stop hanging around and talking to her for now, right? Meanwhile, Father Matthew gets a letter from a woman named Claire. And she's like, so I heard this story while I was in the hospital, and I couldn't help but overhear about a murder that happened years ago at a well. She writes down everything she remembers, including Sophia's name, Vivian, Andrew, Henry, everyone and everything included. And this gets Matthew thinking. And when he thinks and realizes what happened, he gets mad. Like, he's no longer Father Matthew. He is mad. So he originally goes to Andrew's home just to talk to him about what happened and kind of verify what's happening, right? Because the original story was from Andrew. So, like, he went to go to Andrew's place to verify what happened. But when Andrew ends up verifying things and, Andrew tells him how he feels, Father Matthew suddenly goes into a rampage. I don't know if he took an axe with him or whatever, but he ended up killing Andrew, then lighting the house on fire to hide that it was a murder.
Holy shit. Like,
he wanted to make it seem like it was some kind of accident by using Andrew's disorder as an excuse. But the police are investigating to figure out what happened because, everything is burned to hell. They're just trying to figure this out. But they don't get far because a couple weeks later, a swimmer is taking a dip in the lake when he sees there's like a whole ass car in there. It's Dr. Henry. And it looks like he drove his entire car into the lake and then died. So, like, the autopsies obviously show this isn't fully true. First of all, even under the fire, the autopsy reports show that they were sliced up by a sharp weapon with, force behind it. And so police are trying to be on it, but this is a small town. They don't have the manpower, nor do they have the equipment for something like this. Like, do you know how hard it'll be to find like a crane like that to pull the car out of a lake like that? Like, that would be crazy.
Especially back then.
Yeah, especially back in the, not even 1970s. This is like in the 1990s at this point. Mm-hmm. So they're out here with fucking 2 cops thinking they're gonna apprehend petty thieves, not just a string of murders. Like, that's not what they expected. So people are kind of panicking, but they don't fully panic until Vivian is thrown, like completely bloody, murdered in the front step of her own home, like she's a head on a stake. Like, it was like somebody put her out there to show everyone in her own home, this bitch, how could she? Like, this is the type of, it was a message. And so pretty much immediately Scott gets arrested. Because, okay, you see, that very day Vivian was murdered, Scott and Vivian met in the woods because Scott wanted to talk about what happened to Sophia. Because at this point, he had put together all the evidence, and he found out he actually was given an extra key to the garden from Andrew. Andrew he was the gardener. Of course he had an extra key, but Andrew was too scared and also too sad about Sophia to go into the garden. So he gives it to Scott and is like, maybe you can do something about it. So Scott goes there. He literally brings his mother's dead body out of the well and buries her in the cemetery himself, which is so sad, but he does that. And he wants to confront Vivian. Vivian basically gets into an argument with him, and 2 hunters who were out in the woods see them, and they're like, hello? Like, they're like, hello, what's happening here? So when Vivian ends up dead, they're like, police, I know exactly who your killer is. And Scott gets detained, right? A little extra though, Derek was also out there to see this whole exchange. But the difference is, he saw Vivian and Scott part ways from each other, so he knows Scott didn't do anything. He didn't do it. Because he left in a different direction entirely. But he keeps this to himself. And he doesn't tell the police because, remember, he's jealous of Scott. And he thinks if Scott gets arrested, then he gets to swoop in and take Trisha. This fucking guy. Like, this guy.
Scheming. Constant scheming.
I know. So speaking of Trisha, this poor girl is just going through it, okay? She gets all this pressure from her mom for her future and her boyfriend. By the way, she wanted to send Trisha to college, actually, because she was just like, okay, Trisha, these hobby things is not going to work. I'm going to send you to college. And Trisha was like, I want to stay with Scott. And that made her, obviously, Vivian even more mad at Scott. She ends up shattering her relationship with her mom, distancing herself from her mom, who previously she had a very good relationship with. And then suddenly her boyfriend stops talking to her, just completely ghosts her for like a couple weeks. And then her mom gets murdered. And then on top of that, her boyfriend is being accused of being her murderer. So this is a lot. So she checks into Painscreeks Hospital over the kind of mental trauma that she's going through right now, right? And Scott is obviously saying, hey, it's not me. And the cops are like, or, oh god, not cops, maybe it's a singular fucking cop, who knows, is doing his job. And actually, after a few days, they release him from jail because they don't have enough evidence to convict him. Like, him having an argument with Vivian is all they have, but that's really nothing, right? That doesn't, just because you have an argument with somebody doesn't mean that you're guilty of murdering them. Mm-hmm. So Trisha also gets out of the hospital. She's feeling a little better, especially since they released Scott. So she was like, okay, clearly he they don't have enough evidence. Clearly, he has a chance of being completely innocent. So she tries to talk to Scott, but he's still not ready. But he does say this. He says, you know, give me a little bit of time. I got you a present. He gave her like a music box and to apologize for ignoring you. I want to talk to you about this though. I promise. Let's meet up and talk soon. Clearly he had all the plans to hash it out and let Trisha, this poor girl, know what the fuck is happening. But out of nowhere, Scott he gets murdered. So, okay, so I'm gonna bring in a new character. Sorry, like, I didn't talk about this character before, but there is this head butler there's a head butler for the mansion he's worked there for a really long time. His name is Bernard, and he's ex-military. He's kind of on the older side, but he very much admires Vivian a lot for who she is, her business sense, how kind of go-getter that she is, and how kind she is. So he likes her. Maybe he likes her more than he should, right?
Right.
In fact, he has said that if she wasn't married, he would be on that quick, okay? But he knows his place. He's fine with hanging around her as her butler. So when she dies, he's completely distraught about what happened, and he doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself. He gets extreme depression and feels like he never got to tell the love of his life how he felt. And so when Scott gets arrested, he's like, yeah, you know, Scott gets arrested. Bernard's like, yeah, he's always arguing with Vivian anyway. He's guilty. But then Scott gets released. And, well, Bernard gets real mad. And he decides to take justice into his own hands.
How many murders we at now? Oh my gosh.
I know. He ends up killing Scott and throws his body into a bush somewhere. But because of that, he very quickly got caught. And they take him away fast, right? He's, you know, Bernard is arrested at this point. But that's when Father Matthew, who's the real killer, finds it the perfect time to cover his tracks. He essentially sets up into Bernard's house to seem like Bernard was the killer of Andrew, Henry, and Vivian, even though, I mean, honestly, they don't have the same MO. That's just a true crime part of me, just saying, like, no, that's not the same thing. But it makes it seem like Bernard went on a rampage for Vivian rejecting him or something, and killing basically other potential suitors, right? Okay, so here's our trigger warning. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on screen. I'm gonna let you guys have a little bit of time. I'll give you 5 seconds to go ahead and mute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so when Scott ends up dying, Trisha again goes to the hospital for another nervous breakdown because she's like, oh, I want, you know, Scott wanted to talk to me. Oh, I'm waiting for that. And then Scott suddenly died. So she's a wreck, right? But this time, Derek comes along. And he visits her in the hospital. And he goes, Trisha, now that Scott is dead, we can be together. Like, the fucking fuck boy he is. Like...
Toxic.
Like, who the fuck sees what they consider to be their best friend and is like, gotta get a piece now.
Finally, I can jump on that. Yeah.
Like, gross. Go away. Get a fucking life. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so Trisha is so fucking done with this. She's checked out, okay? She feels like everyone is out to get her and nobody's supporting her. Like, truly and genuinely. And so she's so stricken with grief and just horror of this whole thing that she just jumps off the roof of the hospital and she unalives herself. So very tragic her side. I'm gonna undo trigger warning now. Undoing trigger warning, giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you guys should be back. Okay, so with this crazy string of deaths, like, no one wants to stay in Painscreeks at this point, and people start moving en masse out of Painscreeks. It's basically a ghost town, right? Pretty much everyone is gone. Nobody wants to stay there. And that's the reason why we're in the situation where Painscreeks is about to be demolished and sold, right? But somebody anonymous ends up hiring a PI to look into Vivian Roberts' death. And that PI's name was Steve. And he ends up dying because guess who didn't move out of Painscreeks like the rest of everyone else? Father Matthew.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he ends up dying to Father Matthew. However, so when I come swooping around, okay, snooping, putting my little nose to the ground in Painscreeks, guess who's so far 5 to 6 hour walking simulator turns into a chase-based horror game.
Oh my god.
Mine.
So you're chilling and then all of a sudden it's like, ah!
Yeah, and suddenly they have like a timer and I have a health bar. I'm like,
that's horrifying. What the fuck?
What the fuck? What happened? And so, and also, guess who was like confused on where to go? I was running an infinite. That's what we call in DVD, like going around in a loop over and over where the killer can't catch you because you keep going. Like it's called running an infinite, right? For about 5 minutes because honestly the game was vague as to where to go. So the ghost of Sophia shows up and she's supposed to lead you to where you need to go. She's telling you like the correct directions because basically Father Matthew has locked off all these places and so you're supposed to follow her, but she's kind of vague as to where to go. So what she's supposed to do is lead you to the roof where you're supposed to get cornered, and Sophia like ghost saves you and then ghost force pushes Matthew off the roof, and at the end you survive and you get out of Painscreeks and post your article. The end about what happened, all the murders. So
that's a lot.
That is a lot. Sorry, one thing I forgot to mention. Sorry, the person who hired both you and Steve was Dorothy, who really couldn't let everything go at the end of the day. Like, could you, girl? You really couldn't. Fucking nosy old ladies.
Leave it to them to figure shit out.
I know. It just be like that. It literally do just be like that. But yeah, that is the story of Painscreeks and how there was a lot of incest going on. There was a lot of murders going on. There's a lot of revenge and crazy shit that went on. Hopefully that was enjoyable. Hopefully, I know that was a lot, but
it's a lot of detail for like a what you said 6 hour game. Like that's pretty impressive. I have to say.
Yeah, it was a lot of detail because you read so many notes. You read so many. You should see the notes that I took for the game. Oh my god. Like, I can share my entire notebook of notes, including all codes, all passwords, all like items and keys, like everything. I took notes on my Remarkable, so I could probably just send all of them, but there were pages and pages of notes actually. And it was pretty crazy. It was really crazy. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully.
What do you give the game as a whole? What would you rate the game as a whole out of 10?
It's different because I feel like you can't put indie games next to like AAA games. For an indie game, for the story, I would give it a fucking 10 out of 10. I think it was amazing. Maybe a 9. Actually, 9. I have to be a harsher critic. A 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. However, on the other hand, in terms of gameplay, it wasn't super involved, IMO. There are a few puzzles that were like they kind of give you the answer, but then you find out, oh, you're missing a very valuable piece that's somewhere completely different. And you're like, okay, sure, okay, game. So gameplay, I would give it for a walking simulator. That's the thing, it's a walking simulator. So at the same time, like, there's a very limited amount of things that you can do. I would give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 for a walking simulator. Not bad.
Okay.
That was really involved for a smaller indie game. Yes. I'm sorry if it was a very long story and you guys were bored or anything. I just wanted to tell the story. I thought it was really, really good.
I watched you play a little bit, and it looked interesting enough. Like it looked like other detective games you have played. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know a lot about the story because I was just kind of peeking it out. But yeah, it was definitely making you think, because I know for some parts you were just straight up like thinking out loud to yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking out loud to myself. I do that with a lot of games. I feel like I really do.
But this one like really had you thinking. You could tell.
Oh yeah, I try real hard to think with my noggin.
With my thinker
brain. But okay, so I have to go to the bathroom. I also have to I have to grab my notebook, my little notebook thing. Do you want to take about 5 minutes? Take a break?
That sounds good. That sounds good.
All right, we will be right back. Okay, we'll be back, guys.
See you soon.
So. See you. You weren't entertained before salary? Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm trying to eat. Oh my gosh. I'm bringing back Shami. Am I back?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Avgole mono soup.
What is that?
Ducky's always like sharing amazing food with us.
An Abgolamono, thanks.
Can you not say that again? Everything in my room started floating. Avgole
Abgolamono.
Greek chicken and lemon soup with tempered egg. Oh,
Yum,
that sounds amazing.
Didn't you make something similar before, Ducky? You made some kind of like lemon soup before, I swear.
Oh my god.
That does sound amazing though. Mm.
My favorite part of being a foodie is going to just random fucking restaurants and ordering shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, right? Like just like trying new shit.
I know like people who are not food adventurous, that's like their hell on earth.
People who aren't food adventurous.
They like go to Thai restaurants and just always order pad Thai. And I'm just
or
like
the stir fry.
yeah, I'm like just give me the weirdest shit you got.
Lemon creamy orzo, yeah.
That sounds so good.
Me and Brie have ordered from this German restaurant in town. On Tuesday they have like a schnitzel deal. And you can order like, it's called Spätzle with it.
Sorry, my bubble tea was not having it.
I wondered what that was. It sounded like the springy thing on a doorstop. But it's like, I don't know, like it has like a lemony taste to it. And it's like, I don't know, it's so unique. I don't know how to describe it. I haven't had anything like it before, but it's like a German thing, I guess. Spätzle, let's see.
That sounds really good. Send in Discord if you find a picture. Also, this place is apparently 14 miles away. Is that a really far? Is that really far or is that really close?
What the fuck's a mile?
Well, I don't. It's pretty far. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you'd message me. I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
It's okay. I'm good. I was like, I'll just wing it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's far and what is close for people who live in different areas, because since I've only been an urban kid, you know, like good food for me is like 2 miles away. If I want something specialty though, like something that a restaurant can only make, only them, then maybe like, I don't know, I'm thinking like 10 miles?
22 minutes on the 70. What in the math question is this?
That's not too far. I think KB and I have gone further for good food. Though, To be fair, KB does on the 75-mile-an-hour highway drive like 86 or something. But for delivery, it's pretty far. It is really far. I'm surprised that they decided to deliver for you.
75 meters per hour.
75.
Oh, so it's just a highway. It's just a basic highway. I have to Google it.
Yeah.
It's just yeah. I think that's about our limit for food.
When to eat, no problem, but it's far for delivery. I can see what you mean. Because by the time it gets to you, it's not going to be quite good, or not. It's not going to be like it would be if it were fresh. If I were to say
Not
that.
the same. We have this Chicago pizza place in town. It's like basically Lil Malnati's in town.
I was about to sneeze and I didn't come, but go ahead.
Bless you. And it's kind of far from us. It's like on like without saying too much, our city has two halves. Jun, you know, but it's on the like the opposite end of the other half from where we are. So it's kind of a trek, but that is worth it because it's like literally Chicago style pizza. Like it's not just a name alone, like it is. And it's so fucking good. But like people will line up for like an hour or two to eat there because it's so popular in our city. And like it's said that like if you want a seat, you have to like get there before it opens and like be the first wait in line. It's crazy. People love it.
That's crazy. Especially for where I live, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. You can just call up and order one whenever you want.
Literally, there's Illuminati's across the street from my work. Like, if I wanted to have Illuminati's every day for fucking lunch, I could. But
God, I'd want to sleep after. I wouldn't want to work after.
Yeah. Lose a speak. All right, Nezu. But yeah, lose a speak.
Real,
actual.
Luminati's is good. Period.
Yeah, Luminati's is good. Period. Luminati's is comfort food. Period.
There, I did it. I wrote it. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god, my mod is like going crazy right now. My singular mod. Someone stop her. Someone ban her. Oh my god.
That's not true. Sam's here too.
Oh my god, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Next week. Last week I wanted to say, congratulations, Sam. You have a new mod. Her name is Sam. Or their name is Sam. Sorry. Their name is Sam, and you probably never heard of them before, but
you're panicking.
Sam has been here for the longest fucking time, and they're doing a great job already. Look at them.
Look at their little sword. It matches the color of their name.
I know.
We love you, Sam. Go, Sam.
Already doing it.
Doing the damn thing.
I gotta get our passwords replaced so we can visit Shami and Bree too. Yeah, well.
Hell yeah! We have to go get poutine together.
Witchy.
You know what I discovered? Speaking of visits, there is a Royal Botanical Garden about half an hour from us. We can get there by bus. I looked it up, and they do afternoon tea. They do like a high tea service. So like we could do it with Ducky, and then you guys can come here, and we could have high tea there. Yeah, Toronto also has like tons of high tea places, so we can have high tea in the States and high tea in Canada. Oh. Yeah, and compare. Can I say while we're on the subject, I've been following this TikTok, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. All she does is review afternoon tea. And she's kind of a bitch. She's kind of snooty, but that's okay. She has high standards. She's like very cutthroat. She's a local too, which is very cool. She's like Ontario based. Well, and yes.
I was gonna say, of course she's snooty. She's literally reviewing high tea. Like, yeah. Like that's being like it's like going to a volleyball game and not expecting balls. Like there's gonna be balls in a volleyball game.
There's fucking balls everywhere. What the hell? But yeah, it's called she's called queen of tea or something, queen of afternoon tea, and she taught me that afternoon tea and high tea are two different things.
God, imagine
High tea
being so pretentious to have queen in your name. That's
I know it fits.
I don't
I'm
know
telling
anybody
you.
who fucking would do that. Not a single fucking person would ever do that. Cringe.
Queen of honey. June. Yeah, June's such a bitch. She's so particular.
Snooty.
So you should have that in your your sticky notes.
Yeah, snooty. Instead of
Snooty.
eating.
Snooty bee.
Snooty bee. Just the
But-
B, you can like figure out what the B stands for. But
Yeah.
anyway, go ahead. So she.
So high tea is apparently like a more heartier meal than like what we know it as, like the tiered little sandwiches and then the little sweets and then the tea with it, right? Apparently high tea, bastard queen. God.
I mean, she ain't wrong.
High tea you eat at a high table, like what we were talking about earlier, so we'd all die trying to amble up to this fucking table.
I think that's part of the games. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Olympic Games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who can reach
Whoever can get on the
one
bar
tier.
stool the fastest.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah. But yeah, you literally do eat it like higher up, and it's like a heartier meal. It's like pies and stuff. It's like a warm, heartier meal. Whereas afternoon tea is the layers that you see with like the little sandwiches and the savories, and then the sweets, and then your tea and that kind of thing. So yeah. Because I say this because she was reviewing a place.
Oh no.
And their menu had their menu described it as high tea. And she was like, high tea and afternoon tea are two different things. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh
If you
my
say
god.
so. Yeah, so now anytime I like hear high tea, I'm like, oh, the queen of tea said that's incorrect. So
Fact woman.
woman, yeah.
No mansplaining and woman-splaining here.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, yeah, so I've been following the channel and like God, she knows what she's talking about. Oh, every place she
For
goes
better
to
or
is
for worse
delicious.
in the scene.
The thing is, I'm so easy to please. I feel like I could go anywhere and be like, this is great, I love this, oh my god. Meanwhile, she's like more discerning and like knows what she's talking about, so.
Have a high, like, perceptive eye, I suppose.
Yeah. Like there was one where she was served like salmon cream cheese sandwiches, like little sandwiches, and she was like, I don't like salmon, therefore. And I was like, damn.
Alright, well.
No,
Guess I
that
should
shit'll
have
be
known
great.
that. Bitches.
Yeah, yes. And she gets in like arguments with people in her comments sometimes.
No, of course she does.
Ma'am, yeah, she's intense. She's something.
Now I'm worried that you'll be. Shami literally said she's pleased with everything.
I love everything, yeah.
None of us are gonna go to a fucking restaurant and be like, you have salmon on your fucking menu? I hate you.
Disgusting.
Girl, there are other people. There are other proprietors of this restaurant.
I see you're here for high tea. Actually, it's afternoon tea.
Do you see what time it is? It's not time for high tea. It is time for afternoon tea.
I found it. I found it.
Give me the little sandwiches now. I found
Do you
it.
mind if I post the link in chat to her TikTok?
You're my mod. What the hell are you asking me?
Okay,
that
it's
for?
your channel. It's your channel.
Just do it.
Just do it. Damn, queen of tea, Jason.
Oh, she's a queen of afternoon tea only. Hold
Yes.
on.
None of this high tea shit. Afternoon tea.
Oh my god, what's wrong with high tea? Places that don't have real maple syrup are instantly canceled. What happens if they can't afford it?
Classist.
Is your name Maggie? No. Your name is Braggy? Skill issue.
Bree's
Money
TikTok
issue.
would be king of maple syrup.
I have glasses. I can push them up into the actual same. I also have glasses here and in real life. I can do a double. Well, actually.
You need the animation where like they like shine when you push them up. Like you need that.
It probably costs money that I don't have, which is apparently a skill issue. So skill issue.
You hear that, everybody?
Glasses flash.
Me with my 20/20 vision.
You just push up your nose bridge anyway. You'd be like, oh well.
Just poke myself in the eyes.
Actually,
this is afternoon tea. It's not high tea. Fake glasses, yeah. I'll get the ones with the nose, the fake with the nose and the mustache.
You'll push up your entire nose for him.
Yeah.
Then you need to put glasses on after has anybody actually worn fake glasses? Because I have for a long while.
They were in style for a bit. Like there was a period where
I wore them with my contacts. When I wear like colored contacts, which looks good on me, but well, it's kind of tiring.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm old now. No one's looking at me. The only person who's looking at me is me.
Contacts are kind of high maintenance.
Contacts aren't too bad. It's just the whole thing. It's just like, okay, what am I gonna choose? There's a lot of choices. And sometimes in the morning, you don't feel like making that many choices.
Yeah.
I mean, the first choice is getting out of bed. That's hard enough.
Right. And then deciding if you want to like go on with your day.
I don't wear contacts because I have what I describe as a glasses face. No, I totally feel that.
Yeah.
I also feel like I have a glasses face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. That's very much a thing though. Like I totally know what you guys are talking about.
Because I'm pretty sure most people who have met me IRL are probably like, oh, Jun, I can't even imagine her without her glasses.
Yeah.
Because when they're like, when I think of you, you automatically come with glasses.
My mom is like that. My mom's worn glasses all my life. She has terrible vision, so.
The eye doctor tried to convince me to wear contacts and fake glasses.
That's so weird. Why? Because it's oh, okay.
Do you have astigmatism? Or... Because I have astigmatism, and they're like, you want contacts for your astigmatism? That's gonna be $200 extra. I'm like, fuck. I should try contacts sometime, but I fear putting something in my eye. That's fair. That's 100% fair. It's kind of like when you try to do the lash line when you're you're doing your makeup.
Or your waterline. Like
your waterline. Yeah, you basically have to pull up your eyelid and then just go under there. Yeah. If that is a struggle for you, don't wear contacts. You will think it is terrifying. It's like,
have you ever sneezed right after putting on mascara?
Yes, but I held back so hard.
Yeah.
I sneezed with my eyes open.
Your eyes pop out. It's like you dislodge your eyes.
Oh well. Better than my mascara.
Yeah,
ruined.
So true.
Let me not have eyeballs. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
So it's also we get force a little better vision on the mostly blind eye, maybe. Oh, amblophia? Amblophia? I don't know. Have you heard of this before?
I googled it. I haven't. I've googled it though. Amblophia, also called lazy eye, is a type of poor vision that usually happens in just one eye, but less commonly in both eyes. Oh, okay. Huh.
Okay. I see. It's possible we can force a little better vision on the mostly blind eye, maybe. Yeah, I have lazy eye, but it never did that thing where it drifts to the side. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of... Oh, no, I have heard of that. I've heard people can have lazy eye, but not drift to the side. Yeah. I've heard that it can be kind of, like, hidden a little bit. You would never know until you go to an eye doctor and they tell you.
I guess it depends on how, like, intense it is.
I'm mostly blind in one eye. Oh, that's why they're asking you to wear Oh, that would make sense, huh?
Bam.
True.
Got people passing out.
Yeah, sometimes some sacrifices need to be made, including your vision.
That's right.
Just sneeze, you know? That's exactly what happened to me. We had no idea, and so I went to an eye doctor. Yeah, that's exactly it. They're like, wait, I have this? That's crazy. I have slightly lazy eye? That's weird. And then they see like what's going on, like internally, I suppose you could say. And they're like, hey, so I know it doesn't look like it was obvious, but it's here. And that sucks so much. For someone who has I don't know how to say amblyopia.
Amblyopia.
It would help if I didn't burp in the middle. Amblyopia. I have very good depth perception, but it's still not perfect. Ah, okay.
Well, even MSQ day, and we're having these words.
Amblyopia. Got it. As one Miss Duck would say, Miss Bird nailed it. Nailed it.
Duck.
Alright. You ready for some fucking, what is it called?
Nihongi.
Bisu? No, Busu. Bisu? You ready for some Bisu? Pea soup?
Thought everything's about you, guys.
No way. No way.
Now you
My
tell me.
name is Queen of High Tea and everything's about me.
Queen of High Tea. While you were gone, when we had our little intermission, I just really quickly caught up on the connecting nouns lesson that we did last time. So
Connecting nouns.
Yeah, so chapter 6. So that would make us on describing people with nouns.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I see we're getting into katakana, which is a little scary, but
Yeah, katakana is scary for me because I can remember hiragana like that easy.
Yeah,
But katakana
same.
is just like, why is this so different? I feel like it's a completely different language, completely different, almost like
they just look like full pictures. Like you're painting a whole picture for one syllable. It's crazy.
Oh, hi, Cons. Thank you for the 6-month streak. Oh my god. Thank you.
Hi, Cons.
Look at you. Welcome, by the way.
I
Hopefully
think I saw Cons streaming today. If I'm not crazy.
You were streaming today? Const!
I thought I saw that, yeah.
Const, were you streaming today? Because I know you do no VOD. Were you real? For real? Streaming today?
Were you real?
Were you real? My ikemen real? June knows a thing about bee chowder. It took me a second. Yeah, I put them all away. Every month. Who? What? When? Every month I put it away. You know? I need it. Also, I don't know who the children are. I ain't out here like Sophia, popping them out. Anyway. Goddamn.
Not Sophia having her own baby challenge.
Oh my god. She has one baby. Baby challenge started.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Video games are poisoning my mind.
That's okay. So is mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably hold on 1 second. Let me. All right. No more of eating. I am no longer eating. I'm now no longer having tea either. JK. We're studying. We're studying from here on out, okay? We're studying.
Just drag them away.
Yeah, go away. We're studying. Actually, I had a question at some point. Okay. Let me see if I can find my question. Also, katakana feels like a different language because it kind of is. Japanese was developed and used with no written form for a long time before they started to apply written symbols to it.
That's interesting, huh?
Yeah, I think the same was for Korean as well. It was the same for Korean as well. The difference I think between Korean and Japanese, at the very least from what I know, is that in Korean, I know that Emperor Jong, he asked the scholars to make I need a sip of boba. Hold on. I cannot for some reason.
Boba.
Imagine studying. I can't. I can't imagine because I'm actually doing it. It's too late. Too late for me.
That's some kind of like motivational quote. Like, you don't have to imagine, just do it. It'd be like on those like posters with like the black bars on the top.
Why do you clown on me? What have I done to
Funny
you?
of both of us. Everything. What happened? Everything.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Can you do another thing and please stream your lesson for me?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Queen.
Stop. I fucking hate this world right now. Stop it. What am I streaming? I'm looking for the right one. There we go.
Thank
It's
you.
probably gonna slow down my stream. You know what? In fact, I'm just gonna say goodbye now. I wish I had found like a pair of glasses that my little one can wear, but I don't think I can. I gotta make my little one bigger. I'm so small.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, I am small. I'm pretty damn small.
It was funny when Salary was you the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I came into his stream, because like I saw that and I was like, wait, are they collabing or something? What's going on? And then I realized what was happening.
He was like, I need your PNG. I said, I got you, brother.
It was funny. He wore it well.
It's because, okay, so it was really funny. He showed off the clip in Party Animals where what was it? He showed the clip in Party Animals where they were all like, my name is Jun and I play zombie games.
Yes.
Remember that one?
Yes.
And so Salary was the first one to do it. So then they were like, his chat was like, do it, coward. Be Jun. Be QBJun. And he was like, oh,
all right, bet.
well, I'm gonna need your PNG. I said, all right, king. And I sent it to him.
That's hilarious.
Kanji was because only very wealthy people, important people in the court would be the ones who study language, and they did it by studying from Chinese scholars. So they just started applying the kanji to their already spoken language, and that's why a Japanese speaker and a Chinese speaker can kind of sort of communicate via kanji. Oh, that does make sense a lot. That does actually make a lot of sense. That's the same way with Chinese, Korean, and Japanese too. Actually, Japanese, or at least Korean, some of their words are very similar. Because I know that, like, okay, let's take for example the word for future, which is in Japanese mirai, right? Mirai. In Korean it's mire.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, and they have very similar sounds as well. In terms of pronunciation for words. In addition, the difference is that there was no sort of hierarchy when it came to Korean. So the Korean alphabet is not too difficult to. Oh, by the way, sorry, the Korean alphabet is called Hangul. I forgot to mention. It's called Hangul, and it's not. Sorry, I freaking closed Streamlabs like a dummy, so I can't see what you guys are saying. Okay. And the problem when Emperor Jong came into power, he wanted a written language for Hangul, and he had his scholars on it, and he said, I want you to make a language that is, or an alphabet, where it can be easily learned from any class that you are in. So if you're a peasant down to, you know, a scholar, like you can learn Hangul within a very short amount of time, and it's easy to understand and get. And that's when Hangul was born. So like, it definitely came from a different kind of background. Japanese people will fight you to the death, but all Japanese people descend from Koreans. They will fight you to death over that. Oh my god. Listen, all of our opinions are our own. Please do not crucify us. We're just expressing your opinions here, okay? Okay? If you look back at history,
I did not know that. That's really... Listen. Getting flamed by Japanese people.
Japanese, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Japanese and Korean people, they're not fans of each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Based upon, as Zaki says, history, and current history and past history as well. I took a Japanese history course in Japan from an American, so I got the real truth. Honestly, I'm surprised that even happened, because in Japan, they don't even want to talk about World War II. From what I know.
I don't blame them from the atrocities they suffered, but
no, like they're, at least from what I've seen, like different, and I mean, I make it sound like we're any better, because honestly, in the Western world, we rewrite history all the time.
Oh yeah, totally.
But so do the Japanese, you know. So like
it's messy.
Yeah, people don't want to talk about what we did to the Native Americans or the Black people, or I should say Africans, and now they've become like they don't want to talk about that and the atrocities.
It's the same
that we
in
did
Canada.
That.
It's the same stuff with Canada. Nobody wants to talk about how Native people are treated.
Yeah, the indigenous and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they don't want to talk about it. They just want to like pretend it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Or something. And I mean, they're obviously, the more educated that you get, the more that you're going to hear it being talked about. But unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of areas in countries who don't know about the things that happened, unfortunately. And
it's also assuming you want to learn too and aren't just like, la 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 la, we've done nothing wrong. La,
yeah,
la, la.
for sure. Because people were like, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. What are you going to, what are you, a fucking liberal now? You fucking liberal?
God. Oh my god. Fucking lefty.
Yeah, fucking lefty. How dare you? Anyway, enough political talk. I'm literally breaking my own worlds.
It is kind of relevant though. It's kind of relevant to what we're doing.
It is, because history does, I mean, we're learning Japanese. It's good to also know Japanese history too.
History shapes language, right? So
okay. So the question that I had, let me see if I can type it into Discord as well. So, because I know my Japanese language knowers are aware of how the language is spoken. So this came from, are we in describing people with nouns, you said, or are we passing?
Describing people with nouns.
So we are in this. Okay, so I did do this one. Good, because I want to talk about something in this as well. So
yeah, it looks like you're a touch ahead of me. So
did I do the next one? I don't think I did the next one. I might have not done the next one. So I am still in part 5. Sorry, my head went JoJo. But anyway, I am still in part 5. But I may have stopped when I realized I had a question. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to continue until I get into the next Japanese lesson. So, okay, so let's go ahead and head into it. Describing people with nouns. Okay, let's restart this lesson. I'm going to lower the music just a tad so I can concentrate. Just a tad, guys, just a tad. Okay, let me bring you guys back up. Now that you guys are learning, I'm gonna drop 2 language memes for you guys. I'll drop them.
Hell yeah.
Okay, sure. This will actually help because if there's anything, as millennials, we learn by memes. All right?
No, honestly, yeah, that's how you solidify ideas.
Yeah. You think that's funny? No, it's the truth.
I've said this before, but my French teacher in school used to tell us to, like, listen to like French music and stuff, like French pop music.
Yeah,
like,
mine too.
Really solidify it, like watch shows.
Yeah.
So like to this day, I have like in my playlist like some French pop songs just because I learned them like in high school.
I'm also putting on a candle. It's a cider candle. FYI.
Nice.
FYI, I'm getting my fucking HGTV on.
Not tele français.
Okay, so match the phrases with their translations. So, do you want to do the first one? I'll do the second one. You do the third one, or
sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay.
So the first one is Watashi no Nihonjin no tomodachi. So my Japanese friend.
Yeah. And then the bottom one is it in kanji, I'm guessing. Okay. So this is sensei no namae, which is my teacher's name. So there you go.
Which leaves Eigo no sensei, English teacher.
Yeah. Hey, you think you're funny, Salary? You think you're funny just because Shami's around here? Huh? You think you're funny? You can make bunny jokes? Huh? Well, how about we start making salamander jokes? What's
orange and slippery
and has sticky? Salary.
Ayo. It has a sticky.
Get out of here, Salary. This is my stream. Okay, so this is it. We've learned. This is my question. We've learned that no connects nouns. Let's use it some more to practice describing people and things. So there's Nihon no manga, right? But there's also Tokyo no daigakuse, which is university students in Tokyo. So
let me just write this down real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah,
sorry.
Go for it. I'm gonna ask my question while you write that down, okay?
Yeah.
How would you say then, because it says Tokyo no daigakuse, this is, to me, I feel like that would be Tokyo's students or Tokyo University students. How come it's university students in Tokyo and not so much like Tokyo University students? Would it be the would you switch them? Would you say daigakuse no Tokyo? Like, how would that work? Because it seems from here you're just describing where university students are in, like they are in a place. The translation isn't great. You're correct. So it is Tokyo University students. Tokyo's university students. As in. Oh, thank you for the raid, Toddies. How are you?
Hi, Toddies.
Hello, raiders. Hello. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Well, I know you guys are doing well. You just came from Toddies. You guys are having a great time. I'm so excited. Ready for story? Toddies, I'm already done with my story. My story was crazy. There was a lot of people who got pregnant, and a lot of people who
a lot of people died.
And a lot of people died, and then on top of that, like there was possible almost incest before they found out it was going to be incest, and then when they tried to explain it, they died.
Not Salary telling you to tell a story again. God.
Oh, no. Tell the story again? Listen, I don't tell it for fucking guys who decide to go to movie night. Hello.
Wow. Imagine going to movie night.
Yeah, imagine movie night. Yuck.
Cringe.
I'll go ahead and shout you out, Toddy, so give me 1 second.
I already did.
Oh, you already did? Oh my god.
I thought I did.
Listen,
yeah, I did. Okay.
I'm not saying that I have the best mod in the world, but that's just what I'm saying. Okay. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Jalico? Nulico? We already have a shadow, so I'm sorry, you can't take your second name. We have a shadow, our shadow over here. Raise your hand, shadow. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're
For
doing.
the real shadow, please stand up.
You're probably playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now, so I'll leave you alone. But but yeah, Tati, you ended up playing some Walking Dead season 1. How was it? Did you have a fun time? What was it like? What was your favorite part? And if you can't answer that, that's fine. Get some water, get some food. Like, girl or guy or they, like, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Get some post-stream clarity. Where do the bunnies go when they're sick? To the hot...
God. To the hot...
I don't want to answer that. I'm not going to finish that. Let me go ahead and read what Ducky says, because she's putting so much effort into helping us, so I don't want to ignore that. They are Tokyo University students, but they may have said it in a way because there's a very famous, huge, important university called University of Tokyo. Yeah, I've heard of Tokyo University.
Oh, so they didn't want it to be like Tokyo of University students versus...
Oh, okay, so maybe they didn't want to say Tokyo University students in the translation because it would refer to the school specifically. I understand. I see.
That makes sense, yeah.
Sailor is currently in a 5-stream streak. Oh my god. That's
Look
amazing.
at you celebrating.
I was up to the cannibal part. It's a zombie game, so is it cannibalism? I don't know. It's not. Anyway, thinking about whether pango would taste good in a sandwich or stew. Pango? Well, it depends. Okay, if you you have to strip away all the shells though.
I want to be sandwiched between those titties. Ayo.
Oh. Sorry, now I'm thinking of like food and I'm like, okay, I know that you're talking about like mommy pango titties, but what if mommy pango titties, would they be better? They'd probably be better in a stew.
Really? No, put some bread in those.
What?
What bread, yeah.
Those are too
Lots
plump for... What kind of fucking... I don't have a mouth big enough for that. I need to get them in a stew, okay?
Oh yeah, you're just a tiny little bee. Like,
yeah, obviously. Look at my mouth. Do you think... Look at my mouth right now. Do you think this is going to be able to have an entire sandwich?
Well, no, but you got... When you put it that way.
I need little baby spoonfuls, okay? Somebody has a spoon feed me stew.
Now you're asking to be fed, well.
I was only incredibly concerned. Oh, only incredibly. That's pretty astounding, actually.
I wrote this down and made a note. Tokyo University students, but not University of Tokyo students.
Mom just said something I never considered for an easy way to think about no. Think of it like possessive S. Yeah, I've always considered I've always considered it to be possessive S.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, I usually said that's kind of where no is possessive. Like, I think that's where you kind of learn no being possessive. But, like, that's the reason why I was so confused about this. Because originally I was like, Tokyo no Daigaku said, I would read that as Tokyo's university students. That's the reason why, because I looked at no as, like, possessive. That's why it confused me when they were like Tokyo or university students in Tokyo, because it makes me feel like no would be almost like where people are, like a
thinking of no like of like university students of Tokyo or something.
But then I would think about the other way. It would be like Nihon no manga, right? It would be of Japanese of manga.
Yeah, or manga of Japanese or something.
Manga of Japanese. Yeah. It really didn't occur to me. For some reason, my way of learning Japanese, is not to relate to English. Which is stupid. Of course, you
that kind of makes sense because, like, English is such a different language, to be fair. But like,
listen, if there's going to be comparisons, I'm gonna grasp at those comparisons.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh my
like
God.
To me, like the and. Looks pretty much the same.
Sorry for the duplicate for some reason. Listening and typing. I don't see a duplicate, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Mm-hmm. You're okay. You're okay. The Japanese sentence they gave doesn't say in at all, so it was misleading. That's why, because
Oh, so their example is bad. Yeah.
There is another. I'm sorry. There is another word for in. I just can't remember what it is right now. They told us in the the Japanese places lesson, but I don't remember. In actually has its own particle. Yes, it has its own particle. I just don't remember what it is right now. Is it ni? No, I don't remember. It could be ni. I don't trust myself. Okay.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I just totally forgot. It's, you know that they did say it, right? I'm not crazy, right?
They had to, right? It makes sense if you're describing places like blah 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 lives in or you are in.
Yeah, I like being in blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Terms of no, this is, I wrote this today. This is
There's Ahsoka, which is there, but that's not in. Doko is where?
Doko, that's Doko is just where. That's ha. No.
Kyoto wa Doko desu ka? Kyoto is in Japan.
O. I know O is like an object particle though. I think they're opposite from. It's a different opposite. It's opposite of the O that we know of the letter alphabet. It's a special O.
Mm-hmm.
De? Yes, it's de. It is de. I was like, ni. Why is it ni? What am I thinking? I think ni is a different one. I'm thinking of. I think I have to refresh my memory.
Is ni not a number?
It is a number. But I remember it being used as a particle. I could be wrong though.
We'll come across it.
I'll come across it in a review or something, and then I'll remember. If I do, then I'll say something.
That was a good question because it helped make sense of.
Ni and de are both about movement. Yeah. So, and like existing in a space. Okay. I will definitely look. I will keep my eyes out and for examples. So, this one says, watashi wa blank ga suki desu, right? What did he it's up here. Japanese manga. So this one would be easy. So Nihon no manga, right?
Yeah, like our example, our previous example.
Yeah, and then the thing is that ga is doubled here because you're speaking about this would be the
item
that
ga is part of manga, and then that's
this one. This ga is this ga is part of manga, and this ga is a particle.
Right.
It's a particle that is connected. It's connecting Japanese manga to Tsuki, which
liking
is,
it.
yeah, to the action. So. Yep. We know that one.
私の名前はアンナです。アンナは日本の名前です。アメリカの名前じゃないです。
To location. Okay, yeah. So Nia was not bad. It wasn't a bad wasn't wrong that it was location in. That's what it was like saying something is here. So saying like a chair is in that room or blah blah blah. That's what Ni would be. But that is like an action where or location where the action occurs or is done. So like going to something. Okay, I see.
It's helpful, Ducky. Thank you for
thank you.
That.
I'm gonna go ahead and pin this just in case as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Helpful. From this, did you hear? Because I heard she said Anna is her Japanese name. not her
I
American.
heard that as well.
Yeah.
She said American.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put true, but I meant to put false. I'm fucking dumb. We literally
It's
just
okay.
talked about this. It's fine.
We'll come back to it.
中国のお茶は美味しいですか?
Okay. 中国の right?
Mhm.
お茶は美味しいですか? So ka would be that question. Yep.
I was making up the question. Yeah.
By means of, like taking the train to a place is de versus going to a place is ni. Taking a train. So like de would be like the process, like a process of, and then going to a place. I like stared off into space for a second just to think
I heard
about
that.
it.
We all heard that loud and clear.
I just disassociated for a second.
The loading symbol.
I literally did. I had a loading symbol on me. Alright. Local cuisine. Japan is surrounded by sea, but almost 70% of the land is mountains. The geography is influenced what people eat, and each region has its own famous dish or produce. Here are some of them. So, Osaka no okonomiyaki, some savory pancake in Osaka. Hokkaido no ramen, so ramen in Hokkaido. And Shizuoka no cha, which is tea produced in Shizuoka. So
I'm gonna write one of these examples down, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna write some of that down too. I'm on the wrong fucking page. Hold on.
So, to describe local cuisine, we'll say.
Okay.
I have such a hard time writing no. Osaka no. Oh. Cool. No.
Oops. Oh, oops. Hello, there's a cat in my background music.
I thought I heard that, and then I wondered if it was one of our cats. I was gonna ask, but...
Okay. So let me see if I can give an example sec. Sure. You can.
So really then, instead of in, we should be thinking of it as Osaka's savory pancake. Instead of savory pancake in Osaka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the grammar in where, like, they always have the noun, kind of, not the noun, but the main subject first. So it's kind of almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's, you know how when in English you build a sentence where you start kind of small and then you gradually kind of build. I feel like Japanese and Korean too, because I have a similar grammar style, they just tell you what it is first and then fill in the smaller stuff later. Like they tell you almost a little details. The
subject is the pancake and the descriptor is Osaka.
Are these bad examples as well? Because these keep saying in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so.
Because I read this as, like you said, Osaka of okonomiyaki. Right, or
Yeah,
the other way
pancake
around.
of Osaka. Right?
Yeah, like pancake of Osaka. or Osaka's pancake, essentially. Like, this is their type of pancake. Really, really simple, a toddler way no one would say this. Watashi wa densha. Yeah, densha. Yeah, I think we saw that before. At least I've seen it before, but it may have been somewhere else. The Tokyo ni. Okay, so going to Tokyo. A train. You're taking a Tokyo to, or I'm sorry, you're taking a train to Tokyo. Ikimasu. So I'm going. So ikimasu is like I'm going to. I'm going to go and take a train to Tokyo. So, like, de would be like to.
And by the means of the train. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like such it's very different from English in terms of the way that it forms itself, I suppose.
It's kind of reverse of how English would say that, right?
Yeah.
Because the train would come first in that. Like, I'm taking the train to Tokyo.
Okay, so say for example you're trying to say, and let's say you're trying to say, oh, Shami and I went to go eat. No, sorry. Shami and I ate a savory pancake in Osaka. Would you say it as just Osaka no okonomiyaki? Or would you say it something different? Because in would end up becoming, according to the chart that you gave us, de, right? Because that's where the action would occur. Would it be more?
I guess in that case, like, when you're saying
sorry.
de, it's different because, like, really the pancake is from Osaka. It's not necessarily physically in Osaka. Like, they're saying no as in it's just wrong and they're killing me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I'm just like, if we were to take the combinations or the what do I say? The format of the previous sentence, right? So if I were to say the sentence I would say, it would be like, I am eating a pancake in Osaka. A savory pancake. Okonomiyaki, right? I would say, watashi wa okonomiyaki de Osaka ni, and then eat taberu
tabetai or something.
Tabemasu. Would that be correct? I don't remember how to try to translate that. That would be correct, right? Because that confuses me, because how do you say then, like, Osaka's savory pancake? Like, this is specifically a dish from Osaka. Because I would see it as Osaka no okonomiyaki. That is what you would use in the situation. Yeah.
Like to say we are eating a pancake in Osaka.
The one you're saying. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. So that's why I look at these examples, I'm like, what?
Yeah, so really it's of Osaka, or like Mom said, like Osaka's savory pancake.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I see. Making short informal sentences is going to be the advanced stuff. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's true. You kind of have to know what it is that you're like informally saying first, or like.
I think I am going to put down one example of this, but put a star on this and say tentative or like questionable.
I wrote down one example.
Okay.
北海道のラーメンはどうですか?
I would say how about Hokkaido ramen?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, do desu ka is like the major thing here.
How would you like Hokkaido ramen?
Do you want to write this one down or no?
No, we're good.
Okay. Same thing for the second, Hokkaido's regional version of ramen. That is specifying Osaka's version of okonomiyaki, which is a special type. Yeah, so you would say Osaka de okonomiyaki as opposed to Osaka no okonomiyaki. Okay. Cool.
静岡のお茶をください。
The no, which is in the last page. Okay. Sorry, I understand. I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, am I erasing everything that I just learned? Osaka's type of okonomiyaki is no, but eating okonomiyaki in Osaka is de. Yes, that's what I thought.
Right.
That's what I thought. Very nice. Okay. Did
Like
you want...
physical in is day. Like you are physically in.
Yeah,
something.
because based on like the chart you gave me, I chose de because it is where an action occurs, right? And if the action is occurring where you're eating, or your eating is where the action is occurring, then it would be de as a result instead of no.
They could have worded that better. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so put the words in order. Shizuoka tea, please. So that would be Shizuoka no ocha o, because you're asking for, it is an object particle, kudasai, right?
Oh, kudasai.
O kudasai. Yeah. It's the that's why I said o being the particle. I heard that you don't really say this though, but you say o if you're being polite.
Or it might be blended, one of those cases.
私の名前は
Oh, this is the one that I fucking pressed true for.
東京の高校生。
High school students in Tokyo. So this one is Tokyo. Tokyo no kokosei. So it would be this one.
Kokosei, yeah.
Yeah, instead of kokosei no Tokyo. Okay.
Yeah. High school students of
私は
Tokyo.
京都の大学生です
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm good in a brain fart.
Same,
just read
like,
it. 私は京都の大学生です。So she's not a university student in Tokyo. She's a university student in Kyoto.
Kyoto.
So,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
コ
Yeah.
コさんはパリの大学生です。会社員じゃないです。
Okay, so Coco is a university student in Paris. She's
Yeah.
not a company
Not a company
employee.
worker.
Yeah. So
私の友達はロンドンの大学生です
okay.
Watashi no tomodachi.
Tomodachi wa London. So this is London. Do we want to write that down? As
Yeah, so that square one is roll.
yeah, it's
Okay.
roll. Okay, so we'll put
I've seen that around a lot, and I always wondered what it was.
just a square.
Yeah. What?
Rondon.
Watashi. I'm just gonna write the whole thing down for fun. Watashi.
I mean, they're easier to write, but that like scares me a little.
Yeah.
Me a little bit, you know?
My penmanship would probably make a native cringe, but I mean, I understand I'm learning, so that'll improve with time. I realize that.
OMG. Here. No. Katakana.
Gross.
Gross. Katakana.
It almost looks cleaner.
Yuck.
Yuck.
It's easier for me to write, but for some reason my brain cannot comprehend it comparatively. I don't even.
Well, it's hard, like essentially learning 2 new alphabets. That is difficult. So
it's just like I don't even consider it Japanese. I mean, obviously it's not because it's foreign languages here, but like it's the way that Japanese process foreign words, right? But I look at it and I don't even see Japanese. It's like so weird to me.
Yeah.
Seeing people learn a new language is fascinating. Really enjoy watching it. Really? I'm glad that you're enjoying watching it. I think it's almost like, especially when I have Shami here, it's almost like watching 2 people work out a puzzle a little bit.
Yeah, kind of.
Because you're just like, oh, what do you think? Oh, yeah, I think this. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, you know.
And it helps when Ducky is like here to give us tips too.
Yeah, it's literally the. You will eventually get used to it and love when you see it because it means you probably already know the word.
Oh,
probably. I'm in the learning to love it phase. All right.
I'll be honest. I've been watching Ike's Persona 5 playthrough, and he has a lot of Japanese people in his chat, and I've been trying to read the names in his chat.
That's
so.
Wait. So he's. Wait, is this his VOD? Yeah, it's his VOD.
Yeah.
I was like, he's doing it again.
No.
He's doing it again?
No,
That's crazy.
I just went back since I'm like pretty much there. No spoilers, please. I haven't beat it yet, but I'm pretty much there. So I thought I'd watch it from the start.
Speaking of VTubers and learning Japanese, I was actually thinking about this because I don't know if you guys know this, but I know that Shami knows this. Most people, I feel like, had gotten into VTubers through you have your major companies. So you have HoloLive. Mainly, I feel like most people got into it because of HoloLive or Nijisanji, right? So I think I really got into it because of Luxium and stuff like that. But actually, my first... Do I consider Kizune Ai my first VTuber? I don't know.
She counts. Yeah.
Does she count? Okay, she does count.
Counts,
so
yeah.
All right, she was my first one. That's a classic. But past that, okay, my first actual VTuber that I loved watching was Kanai.
Yeah, I used to post clips of him.
So long ago, and he still is. He's probably one of my favorite VTubers, even though I don't understand everything that he says, but it's okay. The man's trying, right? But I actually did think about that. I was like, now that I'm learning Japanese, should I go to Kanai's streams, because he streams every day? Should I go to his streams and try to figure out what he's saying sometimes? Like, even if it's just like picking up some words and hearing it just natively, it would be really, really nice. It would be really good to practice my comprehension, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in the stage of like learning basic sentences, so it might still feel a little dense, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Listen for particles, true.
Yeah, I think particles are probably the ones that are dropped the most.
Oh, he said no.
I heard no. What belongs to what? I don't know. That's a pretty good idea. I started with Kuzune Ai. Yeah. The classic RE7 vacuum. Yeah, the classic. The classic. Alright, I gotta go. Have a great rest of the stream and wonderful time. Of course, yes.
Bye, Pango.
Well, I'm halfway to another 10k points. Oh gosh. But yes, thank you for popping by, Pango, and I will see you next time. I'll see you later, probably tomorrow, because I'm streaming tomorrow for Amori, so I'll probably see you then. And if not, that's okay. I might, if you're streaming, I might pop in afterwards. I think that's really useful when you're learning, because you can learn the flow of the sentence even if you don't know the words. And usually most people do a slight pause after the particle because it's like the sections of the sentence. Yeah, it's kind of like when you say, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word or a sentence. I'll, like, I don't know, like well, take this sample sentence here. My friend is a university student in London, right? You can say that in one thing, or you can say it, my friend is a university student in London. Or you can say, you know, like you can space things out, or even we even stop when we say and. Or say like my friend is a university student in London and she's Japanese or something like that. Like, or and she's traveling later on or something. Like we sometimes stop when we use and or but or things like that.
Your speech naturally like
we space
disconnects
it. Yeah, we naturally space it. I don't know if it's the same case with the particles, but I do know that it's we stop when we use commas, but it's not as clear as in Japanese. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, we stop when we use commas for sure. But anyway, the sentence has been dying to fucking be finished. So we stopped at London. My friend, 私の友達は London in? So no.
Yeah. She's a university student of London.
Of London, so it would still be no as well, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is a chain. This is a chain combo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What the hell is that last word though?
Daigakusei. That this is iron. This is dai.
Yeah.
This is dai, and then this is gaku.
That's hard to say. Let me try to write that out. Dai. Thank you. Literally, thank you. I was gonna have. It's like I
can't go down. There you go.
That's perfect. Thank you. Die. On the Sam Hill. What order do you even write this in? Like,
here you go, Grandma. For the first one, you do the horizontal line first, and then you do from the top sweeping left, and then top sweeping right.
Okay.
And then for Gaku, I start with the bar on the top, and then give it hair. Give it its three strands of hair.
It's mohawk, yeah.
And then I do the kind of 7 looking shape, and then cross it.
So sorry, that first one, the
hair.
The T looking one is dai?
Yes, the first one is dai, and dai is big.
Yes. Dai.
And it's funny because dai is also big.
That's why Ducky's saying big
Chinese.
learning student. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're doing the big learning now.
Yeah, you're doing. You're a big boy.
That actually legitimately helps me remember that.
Yeah.
Dai, and then that's Gaku.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah. Second one is Gaku. Dai is big in Chinese
Gaku.
too.
Yeah. That's funny.
So, which is fun. It makes sense because this is in kanji, right? So, like Ducky had said earlier, sometimes Chinese and Japanese people can have conversations for that reason, is because fucking kanji is shared.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gaku, and then
the last one is sei. Yeah.
S-E-I. Yeah.
Right. And then that's des. Got it.
Des. Just regular des.
Got it. Thank you for embiggening for me.
Sure.
Enhancing.
Enhance. We also use a structure with no to talk about the company that we work for. So, for example, 私は東京の会社員です. So, I'm a Tokyo employee.
Toyota.
Sorry. I'm like trying to go between Ducky here and then looking here. Sorry. I meant Toyota. My bad. It's not always the same, but it often is. So if you know how to read Chinese, you have a benefit for sure. I don't know how to read Chinese, but I'm able to hear Chinese. Like, I can listen to it, and then I can usually hear like 90% of it. Actually, it was funny because I listened to Selen's voice note in Twitter, and
and she speaks
she speaks some Kanto, and I understood all of it actually, which was really sweet. She said some sweet things, But
That's
but
cool.
yeah, I can listen to it pretty well, actually, as long as you don't come out and try to say, "Oh, this is my physics dissertation." Then like most of the time I can. I will shut up. I'm sorry. No, don't shut up. I'm just
Never
giving
shut
you
up.
shit. I'm giving you shit. I'm gonna write this down really quick if you're okay with that.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Watashi wa Toyota no kaishain desu.
Also,
I am an employee of Toyota.
Yes. Meow. Oh my god, instead of no, I wrote at. I'm such a fucking weeb. Or, I mean, a disappointment for the weebs. My bad.
You're just addicted to the internet. It's okay.
I'm still at work, that's why. Still at work. I wrote the wrong word. Oh my god. I wrote this instead of that. Or no, talk.
Did you say you're kaishain desu?
I am kaishain desu.
It's me, kaishain desu. Watashi wa kaishain desu.
Kaishain. No.
Yeah, don't dox yourself.
I can't.
God.
Twitch does.
Damn, you work for Twitch? Damn.
I'm a slave for Twitch. Twitch doesn't even pay me that much.
It's funny because when I was recently doing like my affiliate stuff, there's a clause that very specifically says, "You are not an employee of Twitch. We are just partnered together. We are just like." I was like, "Damn, all right."
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that people in fucking Twitch say, they're like, "Listen, you do not represent us. I am writing Tokyo instead of Toyota. I don't know what my problem is."
Yeah, I just thought it was funny though. They make it very clear that they're really just like providing you a service.
They're like, "You do not represent us.
Yeah,
Please don't."
That is probably to protect their ass, right? In case some
100%.
crazy says like God knows what.
That is a legal clause to protect them. That is literally a legal clause.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of these motherfuckers on Twitch be crazy. So I do not.
The hot tub girls are not Twitch employees.
Yeah, they are not Twitch employees. Please.
The girls with ass cams are not Twitch employees.
They do not represent us.
If that's you, get your bag, okay? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Shine desu. I wish there was a way for you guys to be able to see what I'm writing like while I'm doing it. That would be fucking sick. That'd be sick as fuck. I'm moving on, by the way.
Yes.
私はパナソニックの会社員です。
Watashi wa Panasonic no kaishain desu.
Okay. No. Cool.
So I'm noticing that like company names, like brands, are written in katakana because they're like worldwide brands, I guess, like worldwide names.
Is that the
You know what I'm
case
saying?
for things like Sony and? Because. Oh, did they do that for Tokyo or? I'm fucking sick. Toyota. Did they do that for Toyota too?
Toyota.
I got a Toyota here. I fucking. Isn't katakana for things that can't be translated, like foreign words, or is it the?
Yeah, I
yes.
think that is the case.
Katakana
yeah.
is used. It's not the things that can't be translated. It's just grouping things that are foreign words.
Like a country name.
Yes. Yeah, like you can have the exact same words, like you can say it the exact same way, but they're not going to put it in hiragana, from what I understand. Because
And we've seen that in some of our examples. Like we've seen like doubles, like they'll have like the hiragana and the katakana.
Yeah, and it's because it's a foreign word, not just because it can't be translated. Just because it's a foreign word and they're grouping them and being like, this is not originally a Japanese word. So, like, even if you were to say it perfectly, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an easy word that you can say.
Like Starbucks or something.
Starbucks? No, because they don't have an S. They would have to end it with su at the end.
Starbucks.
Yeah, guess where I learned that? Not Japanese. Duolingo, you motherfucker. I know all of these companies. Thank you. I haven't heard of Yonex though. What?
I think that's like a tech.
Is this Yonex?
Unix.
You laugh, but
ヨネックス
get him. Anyway.
ユウさんは
You said it like an
ホ
old
ンダ
man.
の会社員ですか？鈴木の会社員ですか？
私はホンダの会社員です
Get fucking wrecked, lady.
Honda.
She's like, you work for Suzuki? He's like, no. I work for Honda.
Actually.
はじめまして私の名前はタンです私はソニーの会社員です
Works for Sunny.
どうぞよろしく
Maybe we should meme over the fucking examples.
What was his name?
Sorry, he works for where? What?
Okay.
Watashi wa...
Wait, hold on. But there's two Watashis here.
Oh, sorry, Watashi. My name is Tan.
So,
so
Watashi
you
no namae wa tan desu. So this would be it, right? Watashi wa what is this?
Watashi no... It's like
No?
Dosoyo. Yeah, it's not.
Hold on. Grandma, I'm helping you out. Hold on. Here you go.
Thanks so much. My name is
Dozo
Tan.
yoroshiku. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be at the end. This would be dozo yoroshiku at the end. So
Does he say that in the example? I didn't hear him say that.
I didn't hear it too. Let me go towards the end.
Yeah.
どうぞよろしく
He does.
Oh, he does. He does. Okay, I'm wrong.
Okay.
That's what I mean. We shouldn't fucking meme over these. Watashi. Yeah. So watashi no naima wa tan desu.
Wait, what's this say?
Watashi-
What?
That's
No.
like-
Waji.
Haji. That's like hash. Is that
Hajime
Hajime
Mashite.
Mashite?
Wait, does he
Yeah.
start with Hajime Mashite?
はじめまして
Fuck.
Yes, he does. Okay.
Hold on.
Take it all away.
Can I put this in the?
Oh,
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Hajime Mashite.
Okay. So
Watashi no tan desu.
Watashi
Watashi
no
sono no ga
namae tan
kaishian desu.
kaishain desu.
Dozo yoroshiku.
Dozo yoroshiku.
No! Did you just throw your pen? Is that what I heard?
I yeeted it. Just kidding. No, this pen's like $1,000. I ain't eating it anymore.
$1,000.
It is
God.
because it's the remarkable one, and they don't.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
listen.
I was like, damn,
They
you got
don't-
like the inkwell shit.
They don't fucking play. Okay, they're like, please do not eat this.
Yeah.
Can I write this down? I'm gonna
Yes,
write
I
this
will.
down.
I will too. I will too.
Okay.
Bro, my uncle works for Sony. He gave me a PS27.
I'm going to put in the stuff in the beginning with Hajime Mashite. So
Yes, I am too. I am too. G. Hajime.
Mashite.
Main character of Danganronpa 1 is Hajime.
Yep. He survives.
Hajime Mashite.
私の名前 Yeah, that's interesting that they decided to put tan as just
Like regular,
in fucking
not
English.
regular, but like, yeah.
Would
Maybe he's an international employee.
I guess so, could be. Bro, my uncle works for Sony. He gave me a PS27. Well, congratulations.
Damn, that's so cool.
I'm looking for a PS2, please. I have been for the past like 20 years. Nobody's given me.
Not ironically.
That's probably super expensive now. I'm not gonna lie.
They remade them. They made like mini versions recently. They released like
Recently? Holy shit.
yeah, because my friend in hometown has one.
Yeah. Was it expensive?
I don't think so.
Wait, is this small p? This is small p, okay. Not small p. Small, yeah. In this.
It looks like a P. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it does look like a p. It looks like a p. Dozo. Yoroshiku. Yoroshiku. Okay. Watashi no namae means my name. Okay. Let me write this in. Watashi no? Yeah. Okay.
I'm still writing this down.
No problem. Okay. I put down the oh gosh. Okay. I put down the hiragana, and then I put down the romaji, and then I put down translation.
I also did.
You all ready then?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Oh, lesson complete. Oh my god.
Yay!
We're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Oh, don't look at that. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I have 5 days to increase my rank. I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff because I've been actually trying to transfer all of my notes. I was telling this to Shami earlier. I'm trying to transfer my notes from my notebook into my Remarkable just because it'll be easier for me to carry around my notes electronically comparatively. Oh my god. But now I'm done. I'm pretty sure I transferred all of them, so I can just move forward from here on out.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There's the first 5 letters of katakana. You ready?
The boss fight.
Yeah, this is the boss fight.
I am ready. Let me just make a title.
Sure.
Katakana.
Okay. Also gonna do
A
too.
I U A O.
Okay, it's this page right here. Okay, part. Part is this. Let me see.
6. Chapter 6.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 6. Part 6, katakana. Okay, so let's start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Great job tackling hiragana. Now it is time for a new challenge, katakana. You may remember that katakana is used for borrowed vocabulary and non-Japanese names. Although there are technically 46 letters of katakana, one of them is not used. So luckily, we only need to learn 45. Okay.
What? Them's not used? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll put down the fact that there are 46 letters. One is not used. So 45 in reality. Meow. There's the cat again. In Japanese, the name Tom Cruise is spelled in kanji clearly. In katakana. Oh, this is his name in katakana.
Interesting.
Okay, some katakana letters are similar to hiragana, while others are completely different. Pay attention to the differences and similarities as we go along. Let's start with the first 5. Do you want to write down this chart, or do you want to do it one at a time?
I'm going to write this chart out.
Sure.
Just for review's sake. Pretty confident I know them, but just to reinforce.
Well, they're gonna go through all of them one at a time after this.
True.
But if you feel comfortable, writing it down. Then
No, you're right.
fine.
They're gonna do this separately. That is true. Let me at least write the hiragana down, and then we can move on. Then, how about that?
Okay.
I'm gonna do it without looking. See how much I remember. Close.
Why can't I rem? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. So here is
Ah.
Apparently, it looks like a mushroom. That's not too bad for me to remember. Let me see.
I know some of the examples are like, that's a stretch, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I think the best learning for me was Lingo Deer, because they actually gave you words in English that sound similar. Like when you were learning ooh, they would say like it's the o in like noon. So you would just separate them and to get the correct like saying, or it makes you understand, because some people hear certain words and they're like, I can't make that noise. I've never made a noise like that before. But
Right.
you would be surprised that you've made that noise before.
Yeah,
And-
without thinking about it.
Yeah, and then they just have to give you an example and you're like, oh, I can make that noise 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Or sound, I should say, pronunciation. Tom Cruise's celebrity was longer lasting in Japan for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe they thought he was like super handsome or something.
Japan picks the most random like Westerners to idolize, I feel like.
I think they're really into Tom Holland right now, which, I mean, fair. Tom Holland's pretty good looking, and he's a good boy. So at the
They
very
loved
least, right?
Avril Lavigne back in the day. Avril Lavigne was huge in Japan. Which is funny.
Really? Avril Lavigne?
Yeah. of all people. That's why she made that Hello Kitty song.
That's so weird. I didn't-
Yeah, it's for her Japanese fans. I'm not kidding you.
When did she go to Japan for that?
I don't know.
Because if she did, like, they must have been going batshit. Like, literally.
Going feral.
I know. They'd be like, oh my god, it's Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
I don't know. How would you say her last name in Japanese?
Lavigne.
Oh, this is a good way
Mm-hmm.
to remember it. Since it looks like a mushroom. If it looks like a mushroom, my name in Steam will help this. Agaric.
Oh.
One second.
Drink some
Sorry.
water, girl.
I had to choke real quick. My bad. My daily choke.
Ruined my dailies. Oh my god.
I was trying to fucking not drink the boba, and then you made me fucking choke on it. You made me choke on the boba again.
I'm sorry. It made it worse.
Fucked up. You heard it here first. Shami just tried to kill me next to a mushroom.
Live.
Anyway, for agaric, because agaric means mushroom. I'm crying. Anyway. God.
You want to take a second and go get some water?
No, we continue
No!
Japanese.
Japanese waits for no one.
E, bitches, E.
This kind of looks like an uppercase I, without the bottom part. E.
Mm.
Oh, it looks like number one. That too.
It does not look like the number one to me. I do not write my my ones like that. But
Censor.
whatever. Sure. I'm just writing down the hiragana part. Okay, there you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wrote the. I clicked the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one, guys.
Cancelled.
Cancelled. Jun doesn't know Japanese. Cancelled. Okay. Alright. What now? I always forgot what this one was. I always forgot. Every time. Ugh.
Kind of looks like a top, like a spinning top. Doesn't help for remembering it, but
They say it looks like the normal for hiragana, but I don't believe that.
fake.
It doesn't look like it. Not to me. It has a little stem instead of a line over it. Those are completely different shapes. Whatever.
Kind of see it, but
This is right. Katakana sucks.
all my homies hate katakana.
Yeah, all my homies say katakana.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
confusing when we have I. That's confusing.
I
but
know.
That's confusing. Okay. Looks like letter. Yeah.
Alright, looks like the letter I. Yeah, tell me about it.
You could say it looks like a capital E.
I mean... Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck up on it. There's no way. Brother, I don't know about that one.
Brother. Can you play it again to see the stroke order, please?
Sure.
Okay. Oh,
You're doing the little kick apparently at the end.
like a figure skater.
Figure skates. You heard that? My bad.
You did it right in your mic. What do you mean?
I did it. I didn't realize that like my mic is so sensitive.
Me and your entire chat heard.
My bad, chat. My bad. I tried to say it quietly under my breath. I couldn't. I couldn't handle myself. Let's just do katakana, okay?
Let's do the lesson.
The I is actually an E. It's false and it's sus, okay? It's
all
tricky
sus.
Okay. Unrelated, but I just discovered that the electrode stickers on my shoulders weren't taken off. Ouch.
Oh.
Owie.
That stuff's like cement glue, man.
Yeah, it's when I was in my accident, they did electrodes. Oh my god. It was like waxing every time.
Yeah.
After a while, you get numb, but it takes a bit.
Yeah.
Did Wumpkin LOL because I whispered figure skate D's?
Yes, he did.
Fuck. Anyway, so this one apparently is this one, which doesn't look like a one. It just looks like a T, but no, but it looks like the letter T.
Yeah.
All right, but it is E.
Don't overthink it. I think that's part of your problem. You're overthinking.
I'm overthinking it. You can't stop me. You can't stop me.
And I will. And I'll continue to do so.
Kind of letters.
Easy.
Got you.
Okay, yeah, look at that. Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom. You're not part of the first alphabet.
You're not real letters. Bing, bang, boom.
Set the katakana for you. It is you because you're not it.
Good one.
Got him. Okay, katakana was this from Maji. This one and this one. This one and this one. This one and this one. Okay, good. Woo, let's go. This one is not I.
Yes.
It's fake E. This one is not T or one.
It's
I.
Real. Real.
A. And not you. You're
right.
fake.
Imposter.
You're
Yeah.
I.
Yes. There you go.
The I is a T. You're A.
Hey, like your name.
Like my name. A Jun.
That's because she's figure skating, going oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I,
E.
E, O.
Fake. Oh.
I.
This one.
Yeah.
Io.
Eel.
Oh, interesting.
I want to write this down because I think that's interesting. Eel is Jupiter. And how would we spell it? With the fake T?
And the figure skater.
And the figure skater. I wrote that so wrong. Please help me.
Save me. Save me, here, Ghana.
Oh, it's in the game. Okay. Unlike hiragana that uses various additional vowels to make the preceding song long, katakana always uses a dash to indicate the length of the preceding letter. Such a relief, isn't it? A-I. You can listen to it.
AI.
AI. Okay, so let me write this down real quick.
Use a dash to indicate, yeah.
So oops, I wrote an equal sign instead of a dash. No, I was laughing, so my dash looks like shit. Hold on. Is it a E? So I would look like this.
Meow.
I would look like a fake T. Okay. All right.
AI
AI. There you go. What's this one? This is O. 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 E.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Is that not A? Oh no, you're right. Ooh, well, I've never heard that name before. Ooh. Okay.
Sure, girl. Great job. Do you find katakana easier than hiragana? Good luck. Yeah. I'm down for one more lesson, and then I think we can stop there. How do you feel?
I was gonna suggest let's stop it there.
You want to stop it there?
Yeah, if that's okay.
That's perfectly fine. We can just review and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send all of my current notes over to language, as well as my chapter. I think I left off at chapter 3, so I'll also send chapter 4, 5, and what I have of 6 over. If you guys are okay with that, were you gonna tell me no?
It's my stream, bitch.
My stream.
Do you want to say like by next session next week, we can both try to have 6 just finished, and then start fresh, or like do you want to go over together? I don't care either way. Just want to know what you want to do.
We can finish 6. How about we finish 6 and then go into 7?
Like on stream, you want to finish it?
No, we can start on 7 because we need to refresh our minds constantly and at least proceed a bit.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, and then we'll review in between if we get past 6.
Perfect. Then by Tuesday, I will aim to have all of 6 done, and then we can start fresh on 7 next time.
True and real. True and
real.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Sweet.
Right.
Poggers.
Then I will we'll do that. We'll do that. In the meantime, I'm returning to Zatsu since we're done. Okay. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me, Shami. Thank you, as usual.
Of course. Before we wrap up, I just want to really quickly ask. I don't know if you want to like talk about it off stream or if you want to like talk about it here, but do you have any plans as far as streaming goes for Friday for your birthday?
Honestly, I was thinking of doing a 12-hour stream. But
damn.
Yeah, I was probably planning on doing a 12-hour stream, playing a bunch of stuff, including Darkest Dungeon, and people are free to jump in if they want. If you want to do something for my birthday, just let me know. Other than that, I just want to hang out with everybody and celebrate and chat and stuff. I do share a birthday with someone. Hopefully they're still here. If they're not, that's fine. I also have a lot of other people who are February babies as well, including Bree. Happy birthday to me. I gave myself some work to do. No, stream is definitely not work. It is so fun hanging out with everybody, and hopefully everybody has fun hanging out with me. Yeah.
Do you know what time you want to start at? Because I did book the day off, so I should be there for like most, if not all of it.
Fuck. What's 10 plus 12? I don't know.
10 plus 12, 22.
22? 22? That's like 11 p.m. if I fucking end, right?
If you're starting at 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. 22, that's 10, not 11. That's 10.
Yeah.
That's 10 p.m. I wish I could have it off. It's fine. A 24-hour day. Ducky, get the fuck out of here. I'm asking you.
We want sleep for birthday, okay?
I wish I could have it off. I know. It's okay. February baby. Yeah. Kans is also a February baby. Jinx is also a February baby. He's having his birthday stuff actually tomorrow. So if anybody can attend Jinx's stuff, please do.
I think salary is as well.
Yes, salary is as well.
Yeah.
Let me give Jinx clip.
I hope that wasn't spoilers. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. I don't want to miss anything.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I was just like, what do you want to do for your birthday? To me. And I was like, stream, I guess.
You just came up with it like on the spot.
So, how long? Oh no. Think of a
Like all day.
think of an obscure number that's pretty high.
This many.
What about 12? That sounds good.
Love that. I will stock up. I'll have drinks, I'll have snacks.
Yeah,
I will
I
be
mean,
there.
you
Definitely.
are free to be there the entire time or partial. Like, oh my god, there we go.
I might have to go out earlier on in the day and just like get some snacks and stuff. Like, I might not like starve, but regardless, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on probably starting with Dark Ascension, if that's the case. Because I mean, at the very least, it's a
chill, right?
That's like a one-player game.
Yeah.
Single player.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
see if I can
cool.
do
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I just shouted out Jinx. So if you don't know who Jinx is, his birthday stuff is happening tomorrow. And
He's an angel on earth. You should go wish him happy birthday.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
He also I will also be joining him for his nighttime game stuff. So if you want to check me out, me playing with him, I'll probably be joining him around 8 p.m. CST because I've got to drive over to KB's this weekend. Actually tomorrow, because I also took off Thursday for my birthday. So I'm gonna be around you. Slack off. I mean, encourage you guys to play games with me on Tuesday. Ooh. I may or may not be here. Oh wait, what do you mean you may or may not be here?
He's bluffing. He's bluffing. He's bluffing.
I thought you meant with Jinx. I was like, what do you mean? You got somewhere to be at 8 p.m. CST tomorrow? That's fucked up.
I'll send him out with for snack run. Snack and drink run.
Snack and drink run. He's the snack and drink runner.
Yes.
The one day I work, I'll try to pop in when I can. Sam, it's an entire day stream. It's longer than most work hours. I think you'll be fine.
It's like a party. You come in, you come out, whatever, right?
KB, how dare you not take off your queen's birthday? I couldn't. Projects B
picking up.
Is every project B? He's trying to fix my hot tub. I'm sorry.
Worthy. It's all got honey in the jets and stuff.
Yeah, it's an all day endeavor, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Tim's run, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can you Tim's run me a belt all the way over here, if possible?
Yeah, a birthday belt. That could mean different things depending on the context.
Okay. Then KB, whatever. I just need to look at it to scare it. You do really need to just look at it and scare it.
It's your B day. You should title it B Day stream, but like B. Oh my god.
Please, Sam, please email that to me immediately because I will forget. No, just
email it. Fax it to me, please.
Please telegraph that to me. Thank you. I need that in Telegram. Thank you.
Smoke signal, please.
Yes, smoke signal SOS. Please put that in Morse code. Thank you. B-mail. Stop.
No, Ducky, that's such bullshit.
That's what I take Friday off. Literally was cooking to submit it. My boss sent me a request for him to take the day off. I didn't know there were races going on. Not racist. Racist. Races.
But if he's away, does that mean you can like work but not work? You know?
Honestly,
like,
yeah, kind of. Right?
yeah.
I miss having Tim stateside, as those French cruller were the best. Really. I've actually never. I haven't had Tim's stateside. I've only had Tim's Canadian side, and I honestly, I'm very comfortable where I am. I don't think I need to move anywhere to change my opinion about Tim's.
I feel like I'd burn up if I tried US Tim's. Like I'd committed a sin to my countrymen or something.
I'm surprised you didn't burn up tasting fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts?
I did. I would.
It was very sweet. It was very sweet in comparison, I will say.
And burnt? They always fucking burn their beans. Looks like they don't even know what they're doing.
They burn the beans!
They literally, like, it's like they're forging their hash browns in the same fire that they put their beans in, and it's the worst.
Gross! Oh god!
You got it, boss. Oh my god, dude, I could work, but not work, even if he was there. Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
There we go. Bro, if we had Tim's, I would go every day. I know he would. He would absolutely.
People do go every day here. People do that.
100%, he would. Honestly, KB's may as well be Canadian that way. Burnt beans on toast.
Gross.
You can't see it, but I'm making a disgusted face. I'll do it again. The ice cream truck. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, no more. It's getting late. Sun's going down. It's getting late. Honestly, I'm not a fan of. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Marvel movies? I'm like
Some of them
so,
are good. Some of them are good.
I'm
They're
like
not bad.
so about it. You know.
I did like
about it.
Black Panther. That's a good one. Marvel bad. Marvel bad.
All right, let's see. Who do I want to? I'll do Const. Happy birthday, bitch. Happy birthday. There you go. We're going. Oh, looks like 18 plus. If you're not 18, then unfortunately you're gonna have to skip that this raid in particular. I'll see you for the next raid. Next stream that I will be doing is tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing Amori, and yeah, I will be doing Amori then. Thanks for the stream, both story time and study time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story time. I'm so sorry if you didn't. I was busted. Thanks for streaming. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for stream. Have a good night and join us in 14 for 60 trials. Maybe. Oh, here is your raid message. I'm so sorry. Here's your raid message if you're not subbed. Here's your raid message if you are subbed. I'm so sorry, guys. There you go.
Geneva,
come on, 26 bits now. Oh my gosh. Now we're halfway into a fucking raid. Thank you though, Geneva. I'll talk to you next time. Okay. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the biddies. Bye bye bees. Bye bye. And thank you for Shami. Bye. I'm gonna eat your ear.
No, I can't hear.
Goodbye.
Jeez, and with murder, Jesus.
There we go.
Unhinged.